Things got a little bit rowdy at Rocket Field last Friday night as the Leopards made the 10-mile trip east across I-35 to take on Robinson. The winner of the game would scratch out their first win. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. You've been listening. Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net. Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas. With well over 25 years of experience in construction, you can trust Williams Contracting, LLC. Williams Contracting, LLC are general and restoration contractors specializing in whole house remodeling and insurance claims. Contact Mark Williams at 254-301-2752 with your next remodeling needs. Williams Contracting, LLC. That's 254-301-2752. The Toby Miller family has a proud tradition of winning on the fields and courts of Central Texas. So it makes sense that Toby's Auto Sales is a family-owned and operated winner at making customers feel great about buying a car. Team up with Toby, Dawn, Dina, and Brian to get the quality car you want at the value you need so that you can drive away a winner of the car buying game. Visit Toby's Auto Sales at 2925 Franklin or give them a call at 254-756-1133. Join a winner in the car business. Toby's Auto Sales. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris & Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
Did you know that half of Americans who use mail-order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-thru and free delivery. Free delivery! If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today.
When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service. Things got a little bit rowdy at Rocket Field last Friday night as the Leopards made the 10-mile trip east across I-35 to take on Robinson. The winner of the game would scratch out their first win and take a step towards stabilizing their playoff hopes. The loser would be in danger of their season sliding into a hole from which a playoff berth may be out of reach. The first half was a tight contest as both teams relied on their running talents of their respective quarterbacks. But just before halftime, the Leopards would seize momentum as Bradley Lina scored on a 10-yard option that sent Lorena into the half with a 14-7 lead. Out of the locker rooms and into the second half, both teams forced the opposing offenses into punting situations, but the Leopards would refuse to give the ball back, opting instead for a Tanner Borman fake punt that saw the 5'11", 225-pound lineman-turned-power back rumble his way for a momentum-seizing first down. 6 plays later, the Leopards took firm control of the game behind a 4-yard touchdown pass from Bradley Lina to A.J. Brim. Lorena would pull away and never look back, winning their 8th victory out of the last 10 meetings with Robinson by a final score of 42-21. Lorena's playoff pulse stabilized. Heading into the second half of district play, it appears the Leopards will need 3 wins to become the 4th and final playoff team from District 8-4A. That brings us to tonight, where the Leopards will once again scratch and claw for their playoff lives as the Salado Eagles bring their unique rushing offense into the fray. Both of these teams need a win to stay in the playoff hunt. Can the Leopards tackle their way to a second win and keep their playoff hopes alive? Find out next. It's Leopards. It's Eagles. It's Friday Night Football from Lorena, Texas. You are listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices, that's Syntex Pond. And by Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris Company CPAs, PLLC, focused on meeting the needs of small and independent businesses. By Williams Contracting, LLC, specializing in whole house remodeling and insurance claims. By Walk-In Tubs of Texas, for safety, for therapy, for pleasure. By Toby's Autos, your Waco, family-owned and operated pre-owned dealership. By Jesse Britt, Automotive, discounting your price, not your service. Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt, service you deserve from neighbors you trust. And by the Joe Pack Player of the Game Award, sponsored by Billy Rutherford in honor of his late friend and teammate, Joe Pack. More Lorena Leopards football right after this. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs, PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Syntex Pond Broadcast pregame show. David Gibson and Chris Fuentes bringing you the action tonight. Our statistician this evening is Cody Kellner. Ben Huey is capturing video, and Clay Gibson is running the soundboard as we get set for an important game against the Salado Eagles here in the start of the second half of district play. I had a chance to speak with Coach Biles earlier in the week about tonight's football game, as well as looking back at Robinson. Here's what he had to say.
We are joined now by Ray Biles, the head coach of the Lorena Leopards. And, Coach, as we start off, I wanted to ask you about an addition to the offense. And I'm talking about what we call, or who we call, the bull in the backfield, Cole George. It seemed to make a huge difference in the game on offense with the bolstering of the pass protection and the run blocking. When and how did the idea of moving Cole into the backfield first come up, and how did he feel about it?
Well, Cole's one of those young men that's been in the program for 3 years. He's a senior, had an injury earlier in the year, and really thought he was going to walk away from the game. But once he finally got full health and everything, and he came in and talked to me about how can I help, and so he was a linebacker most of his career. When he was a freshman, he also played some running back for us, and so we felt like we could control some things a little bit better if he was on the offensive side of the ball. Also, we had another injury to another running back, so it just all fit that we said, well, Cole, can you come over and help us on the offensive side of the ball? And he jumped in at the opportunity, and he's a great blocker. He's a tough kid. He runs hard, and he's a low to bring down. So I think it's just going to add a little bit of dimension, kind of varies what we do at the running back position.
So having James Dixon and Blake Higgins back on the offensive and defensive line respectively seems to really have bolstered those lines. What did you see from those two on Friday night?
Well, you're right. I mean, you got two seniors that are back in there, and those guys are fighters. Dixon's just one of our captains and a leader, and even when he was, had the surgery and the broken hand and waiting to get the cast put on and everything else, he was probably number one cheerleader on the sidelines, and, Blake did the same thing on the defense. I mean, those kids, we're just glad to have them back in the lineup, and being seniors, I'm glad for them it's worked out this way. But they're tough kids, and they're going to help us down the stretch here.
More from our interview with head coach Ray Biles here on the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football. We'll be right back. Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas. With well over 25 years of experience in construction, you can trust Williams Contracting, LLC. Williams Contracting, LLC are general and restoration contractors specializing in whole house remodeling and insurance claims. Contact Mark Williams at 254-301-2752 with your next remodeling needs. Williams Contracting, LLC. That's 254-301-2752. Welcome back into the Syntex Pond pregame show here at Lorena Leopards football. We now rejoin our interview with the head coach of the Lorena Leopards, Coach Ray Biles.
On to the Robinson game. You guys capitalized on good field position late in the second half to take a 14-7 lead. What was the conversation between the coaches at halftime about how to approach the second half? Was it keep doing what we're doing, or did we come out wanting to change things? How did y'all approach that?
Well, the first thing we did was see how they're playing. Obviously they were not taking care of Bradley Lina very well. So we were trying to find some ways that we could exploit what they were doing defensively and keep the ball in Bradley's hands. We thought he had done a great job in the first half running the option and a couple of draws and things. So, we kind of built a little bit about that. And also, Dave, you go in and you make halftime adjustments, and a lot of it is by what are they giving us, from the offensive standpoint, what are they giving us? What's the defense taking away? What are they giving us? So, we just kind of balanced some things out and looked at alignments and where we thought we had some mismatches. And, in the second half, we got Ty Moore free on one-on-one coverage, and, what he can do with a 72-yard touchdown catch. And so, you take your shots when you get them. them, but a lot of it at halftime, you just try to make those subtle adjustments. You don't want to rock the kids' world because they've worked on certain things all week. So, but I will say this: we're blessed here at Lorena to have kids that can adjust very well on the run, and they understand what we're trying to do. And so, anyway, it worked well for us in the second half. We kind of came out in third quarter and scored a couple of quick ones and put the thing, put them in a bind to try to catch up. We decided to go ahead and give them the wind in the third quarter and the football. So if it came down to a kick or something late in the game in the fourth quarter, we would have that north breeze behind us.
Speaking of halftime adjustments, after being run heavy in the first half, Robinson came out throwing right off the bat. Was that something y'all were taking away, or was that a philosophy change on their part?
I think it's something they decided they need to come out and put the ball in there. And of course, we kind of forced their hand because they knew they weren't going to have the win in the fourth quarter. So anyway, what decisions they made, I don't know. Right. They may have seen things in our defense that they thought they could exploit from the throwing game. So anyway, I didn't make those decisions, but I was glad we could get the ball back a few times more in the second half.
More from our interview with head coach Ray Biles here on the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football. We'll be right back. When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service. The Toby Miller family has a proud tradition of winning on the fields and courts of Central Texas. So it makes sense that Toby's Auto Sales is a family-owned and operated winner at making customers feel great about buying a car. Team up with Toby, Dawn, Dina, and Brian to get the quality car you want at the value you need so that you can drive away a winner of the car buying game. Visit Toby's Auto Sales at 2925 Franklin or give them a call at 254-756-1133. Join a winner in the car business. Toby's Auto Sales. Welcome back into the Syntex Pond pregame show here at Lorena Leopards football. We now rejoin our interview with the head coach of the Lorena Leopards, Coach Ray Biles.
Right. So looking ahead to Salado now, after 3 or 4 weeks of kind of musical chairs, the roster seems to be stabilizing a bit. How's the health of the team with respect to the starters and the depth chart?
Well, slowly but surely we're getting some kids back in the lineup, and it's not going to change a whole lot this week. The main thing is once you get kids in there and you get a continuity with what's going on, especially things like the offensive line. We have played so many kids in the offensive line. Now we actually have some depth there, so it's kind of fun to have extra bodies around rather than what happens if this, something happens to this guy, who's the next guy up. So anyway, from that standpoint, and that's always one of the things when you go through injury issues that you have the opportunity to look back and go, well, we were able to develop some younger kids. We had a lot of sophomores that are in there playing, and those kids can still play. I mean, they've made good adjustments and they've grown up very, very quickly. So, I think in the long haul, it's going to be good for our program. Hopefully, we can capitalize on that this year and make a run here at the end of the season and get ourselves in playoff contention.
It seems like the offense is sort of beginning to find a new normal again with the return of Hansen a couple of weeks ago and then the addition of George last week. Do you see that? And what is that normal change, or is it just that George has kind of stepped in and filled the role of the other running backs?
No, it's just, we're trying to play to the strengths of our kids. There's certain things. We're not going to ask Coach George to do certain things. We're going to ask him, keep his toolkit pretty clean and pretty small, and hey, you need to do these things and do them very, very well. And he understands that. The same thing with Red Hansen. You need to do a handful of things very, very well for us, and let's go with that. So, we've tried to clean up that part of it. You don't overload your kids with a lot of things that they've got to think about that they really aren't going to ever have to use. So anyway, from that standpoint, that's, with our coaches, I think our staffs do a good job of, what strengths do we have with certain individuals, with certain kids in certain spots, and how can we, make the most out of those situations.
Last question, Coach. What should we look for from Salado in terms of personnel? Are they doing anything different than last year's offense?
Coach Hare down at Salado does a tremendous job with his kids. They're very disciplined, very drilled. They're going to play slot T football, and a lot of it's down blocks, double teams, pull the guards. It's just a different type of offense. They're going to let that clock run down until the last 3 or 4 seconds before the 40-second clock runs out. Then they'll sprint to the line of scrimmage, and they may be in a tackle over or an unbalanced set. You've got to find the receivers, and our defense is going to have to clarify, what we're seeing in a very short amount of time, because they're going to get down and snap the ball, and here they go. And so, that's their form of hurry-up offense, although it's really not a hurry-up offense. Sometimes it kind of drags on a little bit. But they're very good at what they do in the long story is what I'm trying to say. They're very disciplined. Their kids are sharp kids. They're not going to make mistakes. They're well coached. They're well drilled. And they run that offense very well. Defensively, same thing. They're usually, again, I say, because we never know what we're going to see, but usually they're in an even look with 2 high safeties. And, we prepared for some other things because they were open last week. So, they've had 14 days to get ready for Lorena. So we may see a whole different who knows what. So, it's always part of the problem when you come and play somebody after an open week. They've had a little bit of time to prepare and tweak some things and change some things. So, we're going to have to keep our eyes open to that. But Salado's a very well-coached football team. They're playing much better now than they did earlier in the year. They're another team, I think, that's improving weekly in our district.
We'll be back with starting lineups, the national anthem, and the kickoff here in Lorena. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. We'll be right back.
Did you know that half of Americans who use mail-order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-thru and free delivery. Free delivery! If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Leopard Field. Back home tonight for a huge game against Salado. This is David Gibson alongside Chris Fuentes, and we are really excited for this football game. The alma maters have been played, and we are coming up on
once the teams return to the
teams
field,
returning. They have yet to fill the tunnels yet, but Chris, want to welcome you in, and a lot's happened since the beginning of the season, and particularly since district play started. Big game tonight with Salado.
Yeah, we got back on the right track last week, didn't we? Get the win versus your big rival, crosstown rival, and not only do you do it, you get the win, you do it in convincing fashion. They did what they were supposed to do last week and put it on a Robinson team that came in pretty confident.
No doubt about it. It's interesting as the Salado players now enter the field of play. You have yet to see Lorena do so, but both of these teams got well against Robinson, and that was sort of unexpected. Robinson with a lot of seniors. They were expected to maybe be competing with Connolly and with Fairfield and Mejia, but it hasn't happened so far for Robinson. But what a huge win last week. And Chris, with watching that game, we're really starting to get a sense that this team's getting healthy. Yeah,
you really can see that. And you know what? You're getting some help unexpectedly from places you didn't expect it, right? You talk about Cole George coming in and carrying a load at running back and making some huge plays and just being successful and moving the ball. And that anytime you can get some help from an unexpected place,
exactly.
That's a huge plus.
Great story on Cole George. Had a chance to talk to Coach this week, and he mentioned that Cole was playing linebacker. His brother Blake, which I actually said I think I said that once last week, but his brother Blake's playing for Baylor.
Mm-hmm. Walk on at Baylor.
Exactly. So Cole had been injured, was playing linebacker, was pretty much deciding that he was going to hang it up, and saw maybe a chance for himself to help the team. Came to Coach and said, "Coach, I'd like to help." Coach said, "How would you feel about this running back?" And Cole jumped at it. And truthfully, I don't think it's overstating it to say he might have been the difference in the ball game last week.
Yeah, he definitely, you talk about a couple plays last week. You got the fake punt.
Right.
And then he had that rumbling, bumbling, stumbling 30-yard run. And, I mean, that was just a momentum killer for Robinson. They were looking to, force a turnover on downs and get the ball back. And you just have a big bruising bowling ball running back hit you in the mouth and extend the drive, and we ended up scoring on that drive, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly right. So we're still waiting for the Leopards to come out of the locker room. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We are about 4 minutes away from the start of the football game. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Welcome back into Leopard Field. David Gibson alongside Chris Fuentes. We got a great ball game for you tonight. The Salado Eagles have come into town. And I won't call it a must-win game, but it's a really important game as now the Leopards start to walk out of the locker room. Cody, really important game last week against Robinson. What's some of the statistics last week that jumped out for you?
Well, first of all, in regards to the past defense, Lorena really wasn't tested through the air last week. So I'll be curious to see how Lorena's secondary, hopefully they're not rusty, and hopefully Salado doesn't try to take advantage of any possible rustiness here early in the game. But I think going into this game, obviously I think third down is going to be a key, but also not just that, but getting first downs on first and second down rather than on third down, because that's going to keep the defense on their toes.
Here come the Leopards. They're racing around the back of the end zone now, and as soon as they reach the tunnel, they'll start filling it up. When we have a chance, I want to talk about this Salado offense. They're an interesting that you think they might be a slow-paced play, but they're really not. Whereas today, a lot of teams have the spread as the Leopards are filling the tunnel. We'll put that thought on hold just for a moment. You can see the smoke filling the Lorena Leopards tunnel. It's starting to jump around a little bit. You know that thing's getting full, and any moment now, the Leopards will bust out of the front of that and run in front of the home crowd and get this thing started. And here they come with the fight song. Leopards out of the tunnel with their home red jerseys, white pants, black helmet, and metallic leopard emblem on the side. Chris, we were talking about that before during the break. A lot of the spread teams these days are hurry up tempo, and then a lot of times they'll stop. So it's almost like a hurry up and wait situation where Salado is more like wait, run the play clock down, then bust out of the huddle and immediately snap the ball. So kind of an opposite philosophy there.
Yeah, and that puts a little bit of pressure on the defense because you've got to make sure you're basically set. There's no time to adjust.
Exactly. So it's all going to be about tackling tonight.
For sure. And
limiting the amount of plays. Coming up on the national anthem, I believe.
Please remain standing as this evening's flag ceremony is presented by the officers of the Lorena FFA chapter, and the national anthem will be performed by the Lorena High School Band.
That's the national anthem played by the Lorena Leopards Band. Want to take a real quick look at the depth chart this evening. We have a player back this week that has been out for a couple of weeks, and that's Weston Falconberry. But instead of running back this evening, he's going to be lined up at free safety. So let's quickly go over, as the captains walk to the field, the starting defense for Lorena. At cornerback, Colton Dale and Julius Salazar. Free safeties, Cade Walker and Weston Falconberry. Linebackers, Callan Weaver, Kason Pitts, Reed Mickna, and on the defensive line, Taylor McCowan, Kyson Dietrich,
Captain
Tyler
for the
Sparks,
Salado
and
Eagles.
Anson Ariano.
Number 5, Travis Carter. Number 9, Caleb Self.
Anson
Number
Ariano,
32,
Bradley Line, Zane
Hunter
Grimm,
Elton. And number 51,
along with James
Joe
Dixon,
Sampson.
out there for
For the
captains
Leopards,
for Lorena,
Number
waiting on the
7,
toss.
Zane Grimm. Number 8,
And
Colton
there's the toss
Dell.
of the coin.
Number 57,
Coin hits the ground, and Lorena has
James
won the
Dixon.
toss.
And number 88, Anson Ariano.
If I would bet that Lorena's going to defer, but you never know. So Lorena has won the toss. They do indeed defer to the second half, which means Salado will defend, and they'll defend. Actually, it means Salado will receive from the south end zone. Lorena will defend the north end zone.
Lorena won
We're about
the
to get
toss
underway. On offense,
and
when the
deferred
Leopards
to
do
the
take
second
over,
half.
wide
Salado
receivers
Eagles
McCray
will be
Lewis, and the
receiving
slot
the
will
kickoff.
be A.J. Brim. Inside receiver Ty Moore. Will Teague is the other wide receiver. Rhett Hansen in the backfield along with Bradley Lina. And across the line from the left, James Dixon at tackle, Zach Tier guard, center Jacob Turley, at right guard Hunter Keys, and at right tackle Kylan Bernardi. Of course, Ty Moore will be doing the kicking off duties. We're about to get underway in a huge game. We kind of have a feeling that we need about 3 wins probably to be that fourth playoff team out of District 8-4A. And the winner of tonight's game is really going to be in control of their destiny. So, of course, Lorena, after tonight's game, they'll have a bye, and then they face Madisonville and Mejia. That Mejia game expected to be very tough. They're in contention for the district title. On the other hand, Salado faces Lorena, then at Madison at home, and then at Mejia as well. So they also have Fairfield. So Lorena needs this game tonight, and Salado may need it even worse. But this is a big game, and we need to pull this one out at home.
Yeah, for sure. And, as we kind of go through some drives, I want to give some updated standings in the district. It's going to be a fight for that 4th spot for sure.
Chris, I was looking at the standings this week. It looks like that in order for Lorena to make the playoffs, I believe they'll have to win 2 of these next 3 games.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, no, I think that's if we can win 2, it's pretty safe unless something really crazy happens. Here we go. Ty Moore approaching the ball, swings his leg. It's going to be a high, deep kick, going to be fielded inside the 5. Actually fumbled through his hands into the end zone, and he's going to run it out. He's in a lot of trouble, going to be knocked down at the 1-yard line. Leopards down there to cover.
He was about 24 inches from a safety.
Yeah, he was. And, and the ball went through his hands at about the 1-yard line, so he felt like he had to obviously run it out, and he did. But
12,
great coverage by the Leopards there as they were down there in plenty of time. So
as we're waiting on the offense to come out, you've got Conley at 3-0. You've got Mejia at 2-0. You've got Fairfield at 2-1. Salado at 1-1. Lorena at 1-2. Robinson at 0-2, and Madisonville at 0-3. So, this is a huge game for 4th in the district.
Absolutely.
Right now.
This is going to make a difference in the final. Who makes the playoff or not? Here comes Salado on their own goal line, their 1-yard line. Going to turn.
Goodness, that's a delay.
And we have a delay of game right off the bat.
Yes, we do.
Delay of game, and he's not going to, so you can't march him back that far.
No.
Hutton Hare is the quarterback for Salado. They do huddle for a very long time. They let the play clock run all the way down. Then they sprint from the huddle and snap the ball very quickly. So it is a hurry-up offense, but they just milk the clock down. Hurry up in the sense that the defense has very little time to respond to whatever formation they come out of the huddle with. In the backfield is Hutton Hare. He's got a number 22 with him. 24 goes in motion behind him. Going to be a handoff. Actually, it's a rollout pass. Going to be caught up around the 7-yard line, I believe. And that'll bring up second
Number
down
22,
and
Hunter
about
Turk
4 or 5.
with the catch.
It's going to come down to tackling tonight. You know, these guys are pretty efficient when they do move the
Number
ball.
6, Hayes Walker with the tackle.
They run a lot, and it's very much assignment football when you're playing defense against this team.
Pretty interesting that Salado comes off and throws right off the bat out of their end zone. If there's ever a running play, you think that'd be the time for it. But Salado huddle, they sprint out of the huddle. Here they come. Hutton Hare is the quarterback. He has the ball. Turns, hands off. Man, going to lose yards on that one, I believe. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up third down. And Lepers have a chance early to get off the field and have great position, field position.
Yeah, and that was a really nice tackle by Callan Weaver on that play. He got in and hit him just about the line of scrimmage.
Callan Weaver, number 42. We'll talk about Callan here in a little bit. He's one of the leading tacklers on that Lorena defense. So here we go. Third down and 5, 11:20 on the Gail Kelly scoreboard, sponsored by Billy Kelly CPA. Here come the Eagles out of the huddle. Hutton here with a couple running backs behind them. Gonna turn. Gonna up the middle, and he'll be just short, I believe, of the first down. We'll see. They're gonna spot him back at the 11 or so. Wouldn't that be fourth down? Yeah, sure would.
You got fourth down.
4th and 4.
No way they don't do anything but punt here.
Yeah, I think, and so that their scheme here is to hold it, right, and then run out. And I feel confident with you that they're going to punt. Here they come out of the huddle.
Looks like they're
Hutton here is under center. Maybe he's going to bark and try to get him to draw offside. Doesn't look like he's going to snap it. Cannot imagine they're going to snap it. Man goes in motion. They do. They busted up the middle, and
they got it.
They got enough for the first down. Wow, what an incredible gutsy call. And they're really coming out saying, you know what, you're going to have to take it from us.
Yeah, well, obviously sitting it tied for fourth basically in the district for that all-important fourth spot. I think this is going to be a grit and grind game to the very end.
Very, very surprised by Salado. They had 4th and 4 on the scoreboard. It was 4th and 1. And they managed to pick it up. Here comes Salado. Hutton, here's the quarterback. Under center. Turns. Gives to a running back. He's across the line of scrimmage, across the 20. This could be a little bit of trouble. Up across the 30. He's got another first down, and they'll mark him out around the 31 or 2-yard line. Pick up about 12 on that carry.
You know, going back to that fourth down, I was really interested to see, you know, the quarterback actually go up. Like you saw his head bob, like you could hear him, like you could see him talking. They don't call Hut. I mean, he just gets up to the line of scrimmage, and they snap it pretty much immediately. So I was interested. I thought for sure a timeout was coming.
Hunter Turk is one of the running backs in the backfield. Here comes Hutton. And a turn. Going to hand it to Turk up the middle. He'll rumble his way across the 35-yard line. I believe they'll give him the 36. And that'll bring up second down and about 6.
I have a feeling there's a potential for this clock to move a lot.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And we're already coming up on 3 minutes on the drive, and they're not even to midfield yet.
Not a lot of high-scoring games in Salado. Here we go. Hutton here's going to turn, hand it off to his running back, looking for room, gets some blocks. Gets up near the 40-yard line. They're going to give him the 39, and that'll bring up third down and about 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was a pretty good stiff arm. If I'm saying his name correctly, that's number 2, Rook Brown on the carry. Had a stiff arm and got him an extra couple yards, bringing up third and about 3.
So Brown and Turk, the running backs. Hutton Hare. So you've got a Brown Hare, right? And Turk. Here we go. Salado out of the huddle quickly. They need about 3 or 4 to pick up a first down. Big quarterback sneak it up across the 43, and they'll have enough for another first down. That quarterback sneak there, in short yardage situation, proving very effective so far. Salado's found something they can work with there.
Yeah, pretty efficient. You know, they're getting a good push with that offensive line and getting to fall forward a couple yards. So, and they seem content to take 4 yards a play.
So Brown's in there. Hunter Turk is in there as running back. Man comes late off the sideline, relays the play. And here comes Hare out of the huddle. Salado quickly. Hare has it. He's going to keep it. Looking to throw. Under a lot of pressure. Sacked. Back at the 35-yard line. Number 28. Weston
Number
Falconberry on that
28,
safety blitz.
Weston
There you go.
Falconberry with the
Welcome
sack.
back.
Absolutely. So the story on Falconberry was he had been a backup running back for a while with quickness. 11 yards on the loss, says Cody Kellner. All stats this season brought to you by Toby's Autos.
This puts them uncomfortable. They've been taking these 4-yard runs every play, and now this puts them in second and 17, second and 18, so they're going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah, you can see so far that passing game for Salado is very controlled, very short passes. Hare under center. He has it. He's going to give it off in a run up across the 40. They'll give him all the way to the 46, 40 and a half yard line, and that's going to bring up third down and a long 13.
Yeah, and you know, with taking a chance on inside the 10 on fourth down, this might be if they get 8 yards here, they might be going for it again on fourth.
Well, yeah, they've shown they don't want to give that ball to Lorena, that's for sure.
And this
6:42.
And this drive alone's almost eaten up half of the first quarter.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think
All right,
we've
here
seen
they
that all
come.
season.
Hare under center. Man goes in motion. They give it to him. He's looking for the sideline. Got the 40, 45, up near the 50-yard line.
Man.
All the way up near the first down, and they'll spot him a yard short. So once again, Salado on a huge 16-yard gain, now facing 4th and 1.
Yeah.
In Lorena territory, they got to go for it.
Yeah, and here comes the quarterback sneak, I feel.
Number 42.
I'd move the safeties up to the line of scrimmage and just see how much push we can get and line up. And
Yep. Anson Ariano, Tyler Sparks in there in the middle, along with Blake Higgins. Need to get some early penetration and tackle these guys for a loss. Get that football back. Here comes Salado out of the huddle. Everybody up really close. Quarterback going to hand it off. He's got the first down near the 45-yard of Lorena after a pickup of 2. And Salado once again keeping the football.
That's your second fourth down
Number
conversion of that
22,
drive.
Hunter Turk
If you're just
with
joining us,
carry.
Salado went for it on 4th and 1 from their own.
about the 10-yard
Yeah,
line.
it's certainly inside their own 20, about the 10-yard line, and they picked it up, and they've had the ball ever since. We're coming on 5:30 left in the first quarter, 6.5 minutes on this opening drive for Salado. Be interesting to know how many total plays we have so far. Here
We're
they
in
come.
double digits.
45 on the 45-yard line. Quarterback has it, hands it off. Across the 45, down the 40, breaks free. 35, 30, inside the 30, down to the 20. Actually, they're going to spot him back at the 30-yard line, but that's enough for another Salado first down.
Wow. This is a very interesting drive. You know, the comparison has to be when I think of college football, this is very Bill Snyder at K-State-esque.
Yeah.
You run the clock, get the defense tired.
And just think this drive started with a delayed game penalty.
Yeah, they had the ball on about the 1-inch line.
Elijah Borman checks in the ball game for Lorena. Salado waiting on the call. Boy, they love to run that clock down. 13-12 on the play clock.
This is the 14th play of this drive.
14th plays. Handoff. Trying to bounce it outside. A lot of pressure. Squeezes up inside for maybe a yard.
Yeah.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, we got to follow up a 1-yard gain with another 1-yard gain and put them at 3rd and long instead of 3rd and short. Of course, when I say that, and we had a 3rd down and 13 a minute ago, and
Well, other than the quarterback sneaks to this point, most of their success running has been sort of off tackle and outside. And,
Second down.
that's going to stretch Lorena's defense from sideline to sideline. Wouldn't be at all surprised to see him test the middle here in just a minute. 4:03 on the Gail Kelly scoreboard. Salado has it. Late handoff down near the 25-yard line. They'll give him about the 25 and a half. Pickup of, about 4.
yeah.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 5. 3rd and a long 5. And you got to think this is a 2-play, 2 plays, 2 down territory for him. 4 down territory, whatever.
When's the last time you've seen a 9-minute drive? We're coming up on it right now.
On a 9-minute drive. Yeah, this is, if you're Salado, this couldn't have started any better. Unless if we can keep them out of the end zone, that would be helpful. Here they come out of the huddle. Quarterback. He's looking to throw, getting some pressure, throws across the middle, hit, past the first down marker, tackled down to the 18, and that's another first down for Salado.
Man, oh man. And that was a perfect play call. They've been run, and so you kind of expecting the run again, and right across the middle, he was wide open.
And they had a real effective play fake there as well.
Yeah, he did.
That's that play action for them. They hand it off all day long. It's not hard to get behind them after that. 3 minutes on the clock. This is officially a 9-minute drive. 1st and 10, Salado from the 18. Hands off to the first man through. He's into the secondary. He's got the 10, breaks free, 5. Touchdown, Salado.
Wow. That was about as long of a drive as you can have. 99 2/3 of a yard.
2:45 left on the Gail Kelly scoreboard clock, sponsored by Billy Kelly CPA. A 9-minute and 15-second drive to open the ball game, and Salado finishes it the way they want to on a touchdown. They're showing a little swinging gait. We saw Lorena do some of that last week. Will they go for it, or will they line up and kick it? Wait and see.
We're kicking a field goal.
17 seconds left on the play clock. They are going to line up for the extra kick, extra point. Rook Brown is the kicker. The holder for Salado is Ethan Scott, waiting on the snap. Scott has it, puts it down. Kick is on the way. It looks good from here, and it is. So with 2:45 remaining in the first quarter, Lorena finds himself down 7-0. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. We'll be right back.
Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
Welcome back into the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football. 17 plays by Salado, 99 yards, and they run 9 minutes and 15 seconds off of the clock to score a touchdown and go up 7-0. So Lorena's under some pressure here. They cannot afford to give that ball back.
No.
Literally, Salado could basically run two drives this half. Here's the kick. Going to be a short end-over-end kick caught at the 15. I believe that's Rhett. He's up across the 20, trying to get to the middle of the field, being heavily pursued. He's going to be tackled around the 24-yard line, and so Lorena will take over there with 2:38 remaining here in the first quarter of play.
Number 4, Rhett.
Yeah, you've got a pretty explosive
Number 4,
offense
Rhett
coming out,
Hansen with the return.
and we've got to get these guys on their toes and
Leopard ball at the
make a play.
25-yard line.
You got to answer, because that's pretty, deflating to give up a 9-minute drive.
Yeah, and your defense is tired now, right?
Yep.
So this is an important situation. Lorena might even need to obviously you want to just cover up the score, but it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of time. Run off the clock as well. Handoff. No, line it on the keeper. 25. Cuts up across the 30. Struggling forward towards the first down. A pickup of about 7 on the carry by Bradley. He'll bring up 2nd down and 3. The clock 2:26.
Number 9, Bradley.
Yeah, that was a good pull down and good way to get outside and get a good amount of yardage on first down. So now you're looking at 2nd and 2.
So here we go. 3 wide receivers to the near side. A 3-by-1 set. Line looking to throw. Throws it out. Incomplete. That was intended for A.J. Brim, and he simply threw it out in front of him. And that's going to bring up an important 3rd down and 3 as the clock stops with 2:05.
Yeah, and he was really, there was nobody near him, and so I felt like maybe the throw was just a little bit rushed.
Well, and, I'm sure it's obviously early in the football game, but they realize at this point this is an important drive. Really need to pick this up here.
Yep.
Ty Moore in the slot. Got 2 men out there on him. Surprise, surprise. There's movement, and that's going to be against the Leopards. So that was movement on Cole George there, and that'll back him up 5. So now instead of 3rd and 2, it's 3rd and 7.
Yep.
Repeat 3rd down.
Again, 2:05 on the clock. Lorena down 7-0 after a 9-minute and 15-second opening drive. You heard me right. That's one drive, 9 minutes and 15 seconds for Salado. Big 3rd down here.
I like Ty in the slot versus a linebacker.
So 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Brim in motion, looking to throw. They throw it out to Brim. He's caught. 35, first down. And then pushed backwards up around the 39-yard line, and that's enough for a Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
And he looked a lot more comfortable on that throw.
Yeah, he did.
He took his time and hit AJ right in stride, so able to get upfield and move the chains and give that defense a little bit more rest.
George in the backfield. He's lined up left of Lina. Ty Moore, Will Teague over on this near side. A.J. Brim in the slot. I believe that's McCray Lewis on the far side. It is. George is going to change and line up right now. Lina waiting on the snap. Sends Ty Moore in motion. They're going to fake it. Lina keeps it. He is trying to get it forward. He's going to make it up just to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up second down and 10. So it's almost as if they're spying Lina right now. They're not going to let Lina run on him and hurt him.
No, and you've got the leading passer in the area in Lina, and he's a dangerous runner. So obviously he's the guy that you're going to key on. Him and Ty Moore are your main keys defensively.
Ty throws it out in the flat again. Caught by Brim. He's across the 40, 45, spins out of a tackle, 50, out of bounds inside of Salado territory, and that's enough for another first down after that 12-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that was a really nice play. Showed a lot of effort, broke a tackle, and then had to take 3 Salado, Eagles, to bring him down out of bounds after the first down. Ball
spotted now at the 49-yard line. Lorena moving a little bit, getting in a rhythm. Bradley Lina stands at his own 46, waiting on the snap, and then flags fly.
Another false start.
Another false start.
False start against the Leopards.
And that'll back it up to the 46-yard line of Lorena, bring up first down and 15. Clock's at 59 seconds. You're in the first quarter, and you have a drive and a half in the books.
I think this may be the fastest first quarter of all time.
It's went fast as I've ever seen, for sure.
Game started 22 minutes ago.
Wow. Lina looking to throw. Has Will Teague across the 50. He's going to make it down to the 47-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 7 on the reception, and that'll bring up third down and 8. No, excuse me, second down and 8.
Lateral Jenkins.
Again, Cole George is the running back this evening. Michael Moore now lined up in the slot on the far side of the field. Ty Moore, Will Teague to this side. McCray Lewis out there with him. Lina waiting on the snap. He's going to immediately throw. Caught at the 45, slips the tackle, and then McCray's going to be knocked down for no gain, and that'll bring up third down and 8. So Lorena's passing game mainly in the flats so far.
Yeah, they're not taking any shots downfield, and we've seen this before, kind of dink and dunk, and then go over the top and hit Ty.
Coach talking this week, they've got 2 high safeties, which means they're obviously trying to prevent the deep pass.
Yep.
Which is, I'm sure, why Lorena has come out. And we're going to have that's the end of the first quarter. The clock reads 0-0. Lorena down 7-0, but they do have the ball in Salado territory. We'll take a quick commercial break and come back on the Syntex Pond broadcast, LorenaLeopardsFootball.com.
Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas.
Welcome back. Welcome back into Leopard Field. This is David Gibson and Chris Fuentes. Lorena with the ball facing a third down and about 8. They're on the Salado 47-yard line. If you're just joining us, Salado has opened the game with a 9-minute, 15-second drive, and they put it in the end zone. So Lorena trails 7-0 on the Gail Kelly scoreboard here to start the second quarter. Line is rolling to the far side of the field. It's going to square up now, throw. It's incomplete off the hands of A.J. Brim, and that'll bring up fourth down. In and out of the hands.
For number 22, A.J. Brim.
Man.
Fourth down.
Looks like the punt team's coming out, and this defense is going to have to dig in and get a stop.
Well, I think if you're Coach Biles here, you're thinking, we need to play the percentages and let them, if they're going to if they're going to run 99 yards again or whatever it ends up being, then tip your hat to him. Ty Moore stands back at his 38-yard line. There's one man back to receive for Salado. He stands at his own 14. Ty waits. He'll kick it away. End-over-end kick. Going to bounce at the 21 and kick all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Going to be killed at the 2.
Yep. Well,
great coverage that time by Lorena. Who caught that ball? Was that 20 or 18? I couldn't see.
I couldn't see either.
Okay.
You know, one thing I like about when Ty punts is he takes that extra second to just hold the ball and let his teammates get down and have an extra second of running towards that ball.
Exactly.
And so, you know, even if the ball is caught, there's not going to be a lot of room to run.
And to your point, if Ty had kicked that same punt immediately, I think that punt might have gotten away from Lorena and made it in the end zone. So, great point. Well, here comes Salado. They haven't started at their 2 this time. Last time they started at their 1. Here's the quarterback. Hands off up the middle, across the 5, up near the 8. And that's a pickup of about 6 on that first carry, so that brings up 2nd down and 4.
It's really interesting to watch their quarterback because you know what? He handed the ball off, and then he faked a handoff after.
Yeah.
So it's really, really weird to kind of watch that.
I'm having as hard of a time as Lorena is right now just finding the ball.
Yep. No doubt.
One wide receiver to the near side. Everybody else in very tight. Lorena shifts. Going to hand it off. Hit in the backfield. He'll be tackled for a loss that time. The official gives him, I believe that's about a loss of 1, or maybe they give him line of scrimmage on that?
That looked like he gave him line of scrimmage.
Okay. 10:57, the clock running, which is exactly what Salado wants. See if we can't get off the field here. 3rd down and about 6. So if the pattern holds true here, 3rd and 4, excuse me. Scoreboard says 5, but somewhere in there. Here goes Hare. He has a snap. He's going to be passing. Going to be boom hit as he throws. And incomplete. Boy, I thought we were about to have a safety as Falkenberry came on that backside blitz. Almost got there in time, but it brings up 4th down. And this time, thankfully, Salado brings on the punt team. Ty Moore and Michael Moore going to stand back outside the 40-yard line, waiting on this kick.
From a 9-minute and 15-second drive to about a
minute and a half,
90-second
right?
drive.
Yeah.
And that 90 seconds was only because they took the play clock down to 1.
Waiting on the kick. Punter stands in his own end zone. Going to hold it kind of like Ty does. Now he's going to kick a wobbly nose-up spiral. Ty's going to let it bounce. Takes the Lorena bounce back inside the 40, and Salado will kill it right there at the 39-yard line.
We'll take that. We'll play the field position battle right there. So get the ball in great field position at the 40-yard line. Looks like he marked it at the 40.
Yeah, he did. 31-yard punt there. And so Lorena with this, this is what we were hoping for in the last drive, right? Flip the field a little bit on them, and
we've really got to take advantage of this. We held them on a drive. It was a short drive for them.
Yeah, this is important. You're right. AJ in the slot. We got 3-by-1 here. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ty Moore by himself over there. Brim, Lewis, and Teague to the near side. Red Hansen's the running back. Line is going to throw. Caught by Ty Moore. He's immediately wrapped up. And going to be a short gain of about 2. That receiver was there at just about the same time the ball was.
Yeah, and you give the defensive back credit for getting there that quick, but man, he was hitting Ty, and Ty had the ball in his hands, and that could have been easily jarred loose.
No doubt about it.
He showed some strength to continue the catch.
You're right. They actually give him a 4-yard pickup with his forward progress, so that'll help. 2nd down and 6. 9:52 on the clock here in the second quarter. Lorena down 7-0. 3-by-1 wide receiver set. A.J. Brim goes in motion to the far side. Lina keeps it. He's inside the 35. So he's going to pick up of about 2. And I tell you what, Lorena is struggling to get up the middle.
They really are.
Number 9,
definitely some good play by the Salado defensive line so far. And just like we said on the last drive, they are definitely keeping their eyeballs on number 9.
Red Hansen. Cole George comes in off the sideline. A.J. Brim going to trot off. Sam Ives is going to line up on the far side of the field, and McCray Lewis is on the near side. So Ty Moore still in the slot. Sam Ives lined up wide on the far side. You've got George and Hansen in the backfield. I think I know what's coming here. Lina with it. Going to run behind George. Getting close to the first down. They're going to spot him down, though. A good 2 yards short after about a 2-yard pickup. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see the offense stay on the field here.
Here comes Brim. Brim in from the sideline, replacing Cole George. Lorena pressing here, running quick. Lina snaps, hands it off. He is not going to get it.
Wow.
Salado is fired up.
As well they should be. You know, they got in the backfield almost as fast as it was snapped.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that Lorena, to this point in the game anyway, has struggled to run. Going to need to find a way to get those wide receivers loose a little bit and stretch the field and force Salado to empty the box a little bit more.
Yeah, look for some little 5-yard stop routes.
And Salado, they're just winning so far on 4th down. They had 2 4th-down conversions there on their first drive. Had a 4th-down opportunity here for Lorena, and they got stopped. So far in this game with 3 4th-down opportunities, all 3 have gone to Salado.
Handoff to the far side of the field, up the middle, trouble. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, and drug down at the 32-yard line.
Goodness.
By by Colton Dale.
Yeah, and that was number 24, Reed Vincent, on the carry.
It's an Eagle first down.
36 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that's by far their longest play of the game.
Off the sideline for Lorena is Blake Higgins. He comes in, replacing Callan Weaver. So once again, running some clock. 20 seconds on the play clock, 8:11 on the game clock. And you know Salado would just about love to run this thing out and put it in the end zone again. Here they come. Hare gives it off to the first man through. Getting some blocking down near the 25-yard line. They're going to... What is that?
Number 22.
Looked like he gave him about 4.
With the ball.
3.
Okay.
Number 75.
Okay. So going to spot him down at the 30-yard line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd down and 7. They need the Lorena 22.5, I believe, in between the 2 and the 3-yard line on the far side. Hands it off to the tailback. He's hitting the backfield, but struggles forward. Down near the 25-yard line. That's another pickup of about 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, and the initial contact actually came from Falkenberry in the backfield, and then Ariano had to finish him off after a couple of yards on the pickup.
Number 49, Blake Higgins on the stop. 3rd down.
Really quiet here on the near side as Salado has taken the air out of the stadium. Under 7 minutes to play before halftime. Up 7-0 and marching again. 3rd down and 2. Hands it off, up the middle. Has the first down. Hit around the 20-yard line, down to the 19. Now still struggling forward, all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another Salado first down, and they're inside the red zone of Lorena.
Yep. Man, oh man.
Number 22, Hunter Turk with the ball.
So hopefully we're playing that bend, don't break here.
So if you look back at some of their scores here in district play, they lost to Connolly, but only by a touchdown. Fairly low-scoring game, 28-21, and then they beat Robinson 31-28. So both of those teams must have had a little more success stopping the offense. Although you let them score 1 touchdown a quarter, that is 28 points. Here comes Salado out of the huddle. Hare has it. He's going to hand off to the first man through. Breaks through down inside the 15. They'll give him the 13-yard line, a pickup of about 5 on that first down carry.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a shoestring tackle, or he tripped over somebody's feet because I didn't see a Lorena player on top of him.
That defense has got to be tired. No hands on the hips yet, though. Tyler Sparks, Anson Ariano, Callan Weaver, and Blake Higgins on that front. Here comes Salado. 3 running backs. Hare turns, hands to the second back through. He's going to be inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line. They'll give him they'll actually say he got to the 6.
Yeah,
that's enough for a first down.
Number 2,
oh man.
Brooke Brown with the ball.
Leper's got to dig in and get a stop here.
With the
Hold him to 3.
I mean, a turnover would be
fantastic.
Huge win. Callan Weaver comes off for Lorena defense. Reed Vincent is one of the running backs for Salado, along with Turk and Brown. Here's the quarterback. Vincent turns, rather Hare
I think we
turns.
got a hold.
Down inside the 5-yard line. We see a flag down?
Yes, sir. I think we got a hold in the backfield.
Penalty flag on
Please
the
back
play.
it up.
So it's 1st and goal right now from the 7. Flag's thrown down there inside the 5.
Yeah.
Was it a hold?
It was a hold.
Okay. So that's good. That'll back it up. Okay.
Yeah, it was the back judge, and he threw it as soon as pretty much the ball was snapped, so I figured it had to be a hold.
Cody tells us it's going to be 1st down and 16. That's 1st and goal from the 16. So Lorena with the chance here, if they can catch their breath and get a little stop on 1st or 2nd down, maybe possibly hold a chance to kick a field goal.
Yeah, we definitely caught a break with that holding penalty.
Comes Salado. Again, we have movement. We have a false start against Salado, and they're backing it up. And I tell you, this could not have come at a better time.
Yeah, and you know what you got to like here is that there's not another 1st down opportunity out there. They've got 1st down and about 21 now, and they have to get the end zone.
So Turk, Vincent, and Brown. Brown's number 2. Turk is 22. Vincent is 24. In the backfield for Salado. 2nd and goal. 1st and goal from the 21. Here they come out of the huddle. Here the quarterback turns. Hands it off up the middle. Down to the 15-yard line. Pickup of 6 on that 1st down. That brings up 2nd down and 15. Can't keep doing that though.
No, you don't want to give up 5 yards of play. You take a 1-yard gain here or lower. You hit somebody in the backfield and get a stop.
I do want to remind you that Salado had a bye week. Lorena coming off that game against Robinson. Certainly not making any excuses, but Salado looks fresh and on their mark this evening.
Yeah, well, you know the Leopards put in a lot of effort to beat their crosstown rival last week.
Vincent, Brown, and Turk. Fakes it. Quarterback going to run. He's hitting the backfield and slammed down for a loss.
There we go.
Sacked back at the 21-yard line.
That was number 79, Cody Thorne, on the pressure. And so now you're bringing up 3rd and 20.
Cody Thorne.
Woo, did we need that? They're going to give us forward progress all the way back to the 20, actually just inside the 20. But nevertheless, it is 3rd and goal from the 19. So got to think maybe we're in a passing situation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and they were looking for the pass that last play, so you got to feel they're looking for something over the middle.
Here comes Salado. Hunter here. They come quickly to the line of scrimmage. Fakes the handoff. He is looking to throw. Lost the ball downfield to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Good night. Bobbled it in the end zone. He managed to pull it in. He was wide open, and that's a killer.
Yeah, he was wide open. There was no defender in the area. You know, the way the official was running after it, I thought he was going to say he stepped out of bounds because he was tight-roping that sideline.
Yep. Salado looking mighty impressive so far. 2:53 left on the clock. They have the swinging gate. Extra point set up. We'll wait and see if they readjust, and they do now as the kicking team runs in off the sideline. Salado up 13-0 over the Leopards. 2:53 remaining in the first half, second quarter. Rook Brown swings his leg, kicks on the way, and it is good. So Salado extends their lead to 14-0. We'll take a commercial break here in the booth. Your Leopards down, but we get the ball back. Coming back, we're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football.
With well over 25 years of experience in construction, you can trust Williams Contracting, LLC. Williams Contracting, LLC are general and restoration contractors specializing in whole house remodeling and insurance claims. Contact Mark Williams at 254-301-2752 with your next remodeling needs. Williams Contracting, LLC. That's 254-301-2752.
Welcome back inside the booth here in Leopard Field. David Gibson, Chris Fuentes, Clay Gibson on the board, Cody Kellner on stats, Ben Huey on camera, and it has not gone our way so far, fellas. 2:53 remaining in the second quarter. Salado up 14-0 after running their offense to perfection, really.
Yeah, and when's the last time that you've had potential for halftime to start at 8:15 at a 7:30
45
kickoff?
minutes. Wow, that's incredible.
Salado's averaging 6.2 yards per rush. Lorena's averaging 2.6 yards per rush.
Colton Dale back deep. Kicker swings his leg. Low line drive kick. Going to be caught by Ty Moore on the run at the 20, 25. Ty, 30. Still struggling forward. Hang on to that ball, Ty. Up across the 34-yard line, and that's where they'll spot him down. So with 2:43 remaining in the halftime, here's the good news. Here's the optimist situation, right? Lorena has the ball. They can march it down right now and put it in the end zone and bring this to a one-score game, and they get the ball to start the second half with the chance to do the same thing. But one thing at a time, don't want to get too far ahead.
Yeah, this may be one of the most important drives of the season. You're fighting for a playoff spot. You're not comfortably in right now. You're fighting.
Absolutely.
And this is the team that you're fighting for that spot with.
And right now they're owning the game. Lina looking to throw. Has plenty of time. Throws it on the flat to AJ. 35, 40. But AJ puts his head down and barrels his way up near the first down marker.
Yeah, it did not look like the defender wanted any piece of him running down there.
And that is a Jesse Britt Automotive first down. Real quick, Cody, go back to that. Tell us what you had on time of possession.
Salado has 16 minutes in time of possession. Lorena has just over 4 minutes.
Jeez.
That's incredible. Bradley Lina, again, Lorena with empty sets, 5 wide receivers, and they're determined to – we have a timeout Salado, and I can understand why, as Lorena has come out in a completely different formation. So I'll tell you what, Chris, while we have a moment, let's look around and see what we've got in the district.
Well, while I'm pulling it up, I would imagine that all the other games are still in the first quarter. Not almost halftime. So district-wise, we are looking at Conley 7, Mejia 6, just at the end of the first quarter. You've got Robinson and Madisonville tied at the end of the first quarter.
What's that score?
7-7.
Okay.
And so that is it for the district. So we've got, with the way our district sits, we got 7 teams, so somebody's going to have a bye week every week in district play.
Yeah. Here comes the Lorena offense. McCray Lewis and A.J. Brim to the near side. Ty Moore, Michael Moore, and Will Teague to the far side. So a 3-by-2 set. Once again, empty backfield. Lina has the ball, looking to throw, throws it out. It is caught across the 50, down near the 45-yard line of Salado. They'll mark A.J. Brim out at the 44, and that's a pickup of 12 for another Lorena first down.
Yep.
Out of bounds at the 44.
Stops the clock with 2:17.
And this is by far the best we've moved the ball so far. We look very confident. We look very efficient. And I think we know that we have to get some points on the board this drive.
And if Bradley's going to be able to run, they're going to have to spread the field because they haven't been able to do it so far. Again, 3-by-2. Wide receiver set. Brim, once again, caught by McCray Lewis. Fights his way down to the 39-yard line after a pickup of 5, and that'll bring up second down and 5. Clock at 2:08 before halftime.
Tackle made by number 30, Latrell Jenkins.
Yeah, we're looking to pick up the tempo a little bit. Obviously, you're running a 2-minute offense, and so you're going to be quick anyways, but I think it's working so far.
2 to the near side, 3 to the far side, empty backfield. Lina has it, looking to throw. He's going to run. Got some room now. 35, 30, still on his feet. Tries to bounce outside. He's got a first down all the way down near the 27-yard line. I'm going to say the 28, I believe, somewhere in between. But that's a Lorena first down, Chris.
Yeah, and I think that was his best run of the night so far. And so, with this tempo that we're running at right now, it's kind of keeping them on their heels a little bit. So,
well, we've got a lot of Jesse Britt right now. We need a Williams contracting. Lina again with 5 wide receivers. We'll step up and throw it. We run again. 25, 20, a lot of room. 15, 10, 5. Bradley Lina, Lorena touchdown, and that is huge.
There we go. So now you're giving the ball back to them in a position where they're not so confident. They're not going to try to go, 88 seconds and try to score. So we get the ball back halftime. A minute and a half, and play some defense and get the ball back and come out and knock this game up early in the second half.
Right back in the thick of things here as Bradley Lina and Sam Ives line up for the kick. Ives the holder, Lina the kicker. Ives calls for it, puts it down. Kick looks true from here, and the official says it
The
is.
extra
So
point attempt is good.
the Gail
with
Kelly
1:28
scoreboard says a minute 28
remaining
left
till the
before
half.
halftime. Lorena
Your
down
score.
14-7, but that was a possibly season-saving drive by the Leopards. We'll be right back with more Syntex Pond broadcast right after this.
The Toby Miller family has a proud tradition of winning on the fields and courts of Central Texas. So it makes sense that Toby's Auto Sales is a family-owned and operated winner at making customers feel great about buying a car. Team up with Toby, Dawn, Dina, and Brian to get the quality car you want at the value you need so that you can drive away a winner of the car buying game. Visit Toby's Auto Sales at 2925 Franklin or give them a call at 254-756-1133. Join a winner in the car business. Toby's Auto Sales.
Welcome back into Leopard Field, where the Leopards have just bounced back and put the ball in the end zone with a completely new offensive set. Cody, what kind of stats, you have those up? What stats do we see on that drive for Lorena?
Well, so far for the game, David, Lorena has 113 yards of total offense. Now, most of that was just because they've only had the ball for just around 5 minutes so far in the game. But in regards to the drive stats, I'll get that information here right before halftime.
So 2 return men back deep for Salado. They stand at their own 5-yard line. Ty Moore checks with both sides of the kickoff team, raises his hand, now runs towards the ball and swings his leg. Deep end over end kick all the way back to the 3. Across the 10, and the near side of the field, 15, 20. Big hole. Out of here at the 30, 33-yard line. If Fly comes in late, I think we're going to have holding.
Yeah, there are definitely some holding going on, and you saw I had some fans stand up in front of me and were pointing at it too. So it wasn't just us that saw it.
Cody, you got drive stats for us?
Yeah, in regards to the drive that Lorena just had that ended with the touchdown, Bradley Lina was 3 for 3 on passing, had just under 40 yards in passing yards, and then they capped it off. They finished the drive off with two running attempts. Bradley Lina for 12, and then Lina again for 27. That was a touchdown. So again, Bradley Lina was involved, have tremendous progress in each of those 5 plays in that drive through the air and on the ground.
So Lorena having to go really empty the backfield 5 wides, and that stretched the Salado defense enough to where Bradley could take advantage of his athleticism. Holding is against Salado. That's going to mark the ball all the way back to the 21-yard line with a minute 22 on the clock. Salado up 14-7 here before halftime. Hare's the quarterback. He hands it off, second man through. Fights his way up across the 25-yard line to the 28. Short of a first down. Clock continues to run. 37 seconds on the play clock, a minute 11 on the game clock. Ball spotted at the 28.
Yeah, it looks like they're content with going to halftime.
57 seconds. Lorena can get to halftime down 7. We've got a new ball game. Hands it off to the second man. Trying to get outside. Won't even get out of the middle, though. He'll pick up nothing on that second down carry, and that'll bring up third down and 3. 43 seconds left on the clock.
Tackle made by number 29.
So 4 more seconds on the game clock than the play clock. If Salado wants to, they can run it all the way down to about 3 or 4 seconds.
I would be willing to bet that they did.
So I feel like finally we've had a chance to really catch our breath, and that sounds funny given the long drives, but it's just been one play after another and not being able to stop them. 15 seconds on the clock. Salado turns and hands off, but we have a flag down, and Salado's suddenly kind of shooting himself in the foot, Chris.
Yeah, a little bit, and you'll take it. You'll take it as a Leopard. Get to halftime, you've got the momentum swinging back in your favor a little bit.
All right, the officials look like they are wanting an adjustment of the clock. Not sure exactly what it is.
Looks like we got a 10-second runoff.
Officials over talking to Ray Biles. So, again, if you're just joining us, Lorena won the toss, deferred, and Salado got the ball and promptly marched 99 yards down the field.
I wouldn't say promptly.
You're right. Good point. Methodically marched downfield, 99 yards, 9.5 minutes off the clock. Actually, 9 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. And managed to put the ball in the end zone. 2 seconds on the clock is what we have here before halftime. Anyway, Lorena did not manage to score until recently when they went to a completely new offensive formation, 5 wides, and Bradley alone in the backfield managed to stretch out the defense enough for Bradley to find room up the middle, and his running was really the difference on that drive.
Yeah.
So here we go, 2 seconds, and Salado wants a timeout.
It doesn't look like their head coach is very happy with the officials right now. He's coming to talk to the officials.
All right, well, tell you what, I think we're going to have a short break, so we'll take one up here in the booth as well. It's 14-7 on the Gail Kelly School Board. You're listening to Lorena Leopards football on CTSN.
When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Welcome back into Salado. I almost said Salado Field. Welcome back into Leopard Field. David Gibson and Chris Fuentes. 2 seconds before halftime. 3rd down and 8. All right, so after a timeout and a discussion, it looks like they're going to add 10 seconds back to the clock.
Back on the game clock.
Strange.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's because they chose to take the timeout. Salado took the timeout, so they put the 10 seconds back on. That has to be what it is.
So I see. So it runs 10 seconds off unless you want to burn a timeout?
Yes.
Okay, so 12 seconds left.
They chose to burn it.
So Salado doesn't look like they want to kneel down anyway. Hunter Harris, the quarterback. He's going to turn. Hands it off to the second man, trying to find a hole. He's got some blocking. Across the 30, 35, all the way to the 38-yard line. That's enough for Salado first down. It's going to stop the clock momentarily.
Number 2, Rook Brown with the ball. Tackle made by number 40.
And we're going to have a timeout, Salado.
Yeah, you knew that timeout was coming. If they'll burn it with 12 seconds left on 3rd and decently long, they're going to burn one when they get the first down.
Hey, football fans, it's Canes Challenge Night, and that means if the Leopards score 30 or more points, you win. Just take your game ticket to Raising Canes on Hewitt Drive by the close of business tomorrow. Buy any of Canes combos and get a second absolutely free.
I don't know that that's going to happen tonight. Got to score 30 and win. I think the winning part might, hopefully.
Yeah, the winning part.
I don't know about 30.
I don't think they're not going to give up a short drive.
Yeah, so far, guys, Salado has 32 plays. Lorena has just 17.
That's crazy.
So they've essentially doubled us up.
Yep. And what's crazy is this minute and 28 seconds has been the longest in actual time-wise that they've taken all night long.
Yeah. Well, how long did it take us to get through the first quarter again? Was it 21 minutes or something ridiculous?
Yeah, something ridiculous.
So here we go. 4 seconds left. Salado not going quietly here before halftime. We'll wait and see what they've got up their sleeve. Hunter Hare, the quarterback, sends his man in motion. Fumble on the ground, and Hare will fall on it, and that should do it. And the clock hits 0, and we're at halftime here at Leopard Field. I think everybody here in the stands on the nearest home side kind of breathing a sigh of relief as the Leopards find themselves only down 14-7 after looking really mismatched for most of that first half.
Yeah, when it was 14-0 and we had given up, we punted the ball away. We had a drive stall out on 4th down, and so you're feeling kind of nervous.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for a moment there, it looked like we weren't going to be able to run the ball, and they were going to be able to run it pretty much at will, but it looks like we really changed it. And with that offensive formation, managed to spread the field enough to get Bradley free, and I think that's really going to be the difference in the second half is can we find a way to stop that run? Yeah. Can we keep stretching the field with them and see if they can hang with us?
Yeah. And, this doesn't have a ton to do with the game, but I compared the way that they were taking, ball management, clock management to Bill Snyder in Kansas State, and look at them. They're exiting the field in locked arms just like K-State does. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, so the Leopard Band is taking the field, and they've been fantastic all season long with their Velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Now it looks like we've got a little bit more of maybe is this a Halloween theme? What's going on? I don't think it's. What is it? Alice in Wonderland. Thanks, Ben Huey. That's why we have you. That's why we pay you the big bucks. So we're at halftime, and we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break. But once again, Lorena trailing 14-7 here on the Syntex Pond broadcast. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this commercial break. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net. Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas.
Did you know that half of Americans who use mail order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-through and free delivery. Free delivery. If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today. When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Welcome back into Lefford Field. David Gibson, Chris Fuentes. We're at halftime here in Lorena, Texas. My mistake before the break, I said it was Lorena's band. It's actually Salado's band. Wasn't paying close attention.
Those colors will trick you.
Yeah, it's red and black on both sides, right? But I should have known better. It's 14-7 here at halftime.
There's no Velociraptor out there.
There is. Well, I thought maybe he was coming out of the the whole thing over there. The tunnel.
There you go.
Anyway, 14-7, your Leopards trail. One of the more interesting first halves of football I've seen in a very long time. Just two completely different styles of play, and one team just executing it to perfection. Lorena finally finding a way to get through that defense in the second half, but and we get the ball back. So certainly still right in the middle of this ball game, and. Chris, what are some of your thoughts there from that first half?
Well, offensively, it was not a good start, right?
Right.
You've got some just interesting play calling, some things just not work out. And then we need a score. We're down 14-0. We've got to put some points on the board to keep the season alive, basically. I mean, it's do or die from here on out.
Right. Yep.
And so you change the offense. You start putting in some new formations that we haven't seen so far in this game.
Yeah.
And then you start running with a little more tempo, getting to the line of scrimmage quick. You know, there's no audibling. You're getting to the line of scrimmage, and you're not looking to the sideline. You're snapping. You're running that play and putting that defense on their heels and making them, you know, defend. And we did really well. It opened up the field for sure.
Exactly. You know, the interesting part about that, you go 5 wides, but you really ran it, right? You just stretched the field. You forced them to cover wide, and fortunately, it got us right back in the ball game, though. So the scoring plays here in the first half of play for Salado with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. That's after a 9-minute and 15-second drive. Their running back number 22, Hunter Turk, ran in for 18 yards. Extra point was good, and Salado went up 7-0. Lorena got the ball back and wasn't able to do anything with it, and were forced to kick it over to Salado. And Salado went on another drive. This time the quarterback, Hunton Hare, passed it complete to Reed Vincent out of the backfield for 19 yards on a wheel route. And again, Ethan Scott added the extra point. So with 2:53 left in the first half, we're feeling like we're in trouble because we haven't moved the ball, and they're up 14-0, and we haven't stopped them.
Yeah, and on that second drive, you know, you felt kind of confident. You had third and goal from the 19-yard line,
right.
And it was just basically a busted coverage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, you were feeling like, well, okay, they started to shoot themselves in the foot, right? Penalties and things like that.
Yep.
But Lorena answered. They came out in 5 wides, went away from their 2 backs in the backfield, which really was not working for them. Came out 5 wides, and Bradley Lina started running right up the middle, capping it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. Ty Moore's extra point was good. And actually, I believe that was Lina's extra point was good. But and it only took, a minute 20, what is that? Sorry. A minute 25 off the clock.
Yep.
So Salado spends about a quarter and a half scoring twice, and Lorena spends about a buck and a half, and they managed to put it in the end zone. So we looked earlier at the time of possession here at halftime. It looks
a lot to a little bit.
Yeah, right around about 17 minutes to 6 minutes, somewhere around there, 16 and but essentially they've tripled our time of possession.
Yeah. You know, usually, like you feel that happen in a normal game, a team that runs maybe a more normal offense, not looking for 9-minute drives. You're that out-possessed, and you're like, oh man, is it 28-7 right now?
Yeah.
And so, as a Leopard, we will take where we're at, 14-7, getting the ball back to start the second half with an opportunity to knock this game back up.
So, I'm looking at some more of these stats. Third downs for Salado at 63% conversion. That's 5 of 8. On fourth down, that's even worse news for Lorena, 2 of 2. And, you know, one of the more interesting, telling plays of the football game was Salado going for it on the very first drive, 4th and 1 or so from their own 9-yard line.
Yep.
And they got it.
Yeah.
And from there, went the rest of the way.
Yep.
Looking at Bradley's stats, he's had a good first half passing-wise. 80% completion there in the first half, 8 of 10, 61 yards.
Yep.
No touchdowns yet, but he's also ran, and all of that really picked up there in that last drive. 5 attempts for 50 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, you'll take 10 yards of carry from your quarterback. And, you know, the passing, 8 of 10, 80%, you'll take that percentage.
Sure.
Yardage-wise, I think we're looking for the defense to kind of give us some that short yardage. We haven't gone over the top looking for Ty yet.
Right.
And so we're taking what they're giving us, and, you know, it's worked so far. There was one, I think his first pass of the game where he rushed it out of the backfield a little bit, and then the other one was a drop. And so otherwise he's been pretty on tonight.
And one thing I've noticed is that he's gotten very good protection tonight.
Yeah.
Have not seen any sacks, really haven't seen him rush.
Yep.
Very calm and, you know, composed. And so, you know, they had a couple misses naturally in there, but I think, you know, Salado's defense really hasn't gotten to him yet. And so if they can continue to protect him in the second half, he'll continue to make big plays.
Oh yeah, and he'll eat you up if you give him too much time.
Absolutely. And you know, one of the things that having two running backs in the backfield with Bradley does for Salado, it actually helps them. And that's they can keep their linebackers in and blitz. When you spread them out like that, it's pretty much, you can see very clearly who's in the box and who isn't. And for them to blitz would take a lot more risk on their part. So that's working well for the Leopards as well. One of the things to keep note of here for Salado, they have three backs in the backfield. And they're spreading it out really well. Right now, Reed Vincent is their leading rusher with 84 yards, but Hunter Turk also has 60 and Rook Brown 35. So look at this average per carry here for Vincent is 14 yards.
Yep.
For Hunter Turk is about 6, and Rook Brown the same. What makes that difficult is you can't key on one back. And so they're doing a good job spreading that around.
Yep. And
very, very efficient in the passing game as well.
Yeah, and I do remember what we have 2 sacks. So that's what's got the quarterback at negative yardage. But he's not keeping it a bunch, and so when he's coming to the line of scrimmage, if it's not a pass, he's looking to hand it off, and he's not keeping it himself.
Right, and I think for the most part, they've been handing it off to the second man through.
Yeah,
a lot of what's happening is one of their backs goes in motion, and then they're handing it to either the first or second back. And that's been very, very effective.
One thing I've noticed also is that Reed Vincent's had 2 big runs immediately after a 4th down conversion or after a 4th down fell by Lorena when Salado turned around and got the ball on the first down. I think in the first quarter, Reed Vincent had a 17-yard run after they converted on 4th down. And then when Lorena didn't get it on 4th down, I believe Reed Vincent had just over a 20 to 30-yard run on the following play.
Yeah.
Tell you what, about 16 minutes left in halftime. Lorena's band about to come onto the field. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, come back and listening to some of that good music by that Lorena marching band. 14-7, Lorena down at halftime. They do get the ball when we return. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net. Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas. Welcome back into Leopard Field here in Lorena, Texas. David Gibson up here in the booth along with Chris Fuentes. We've got Cody Kellner on stats, Ben Huey on video capture, and Clay Gibson running the soundboard for us tonight. We're at halftime. You can hear the Lorena marching band in the background. The score on the Gail Kelly scoreboard is Salado 14 and Lorena 7. After a first half that was mostly Salado. Salado opening the football game with a 9-minute and 15-second drive from their 1-yard line, and managed to go all the way downfield with a couple of 4th down conversions, and punched it in the end zone to go up 7-0. Lorena then tried to respond and was unable to do so, so was forced to kick it back, and Salado did it again. went up 14-0, and it looked like with 2:53 remaining that we might be going to the half with a 14-point deficit. But Lorena managed to come out in a new offensive set, 5 wides, and they were able to march right down the middle of the field, thankfully, mostly on the legs of Bradley Lina, and put it in the end zone with about 1:28. Salado tried to get something going before halftime, but was unable to do so, fumbling on the snap on the last play, and then they simply let the clock run out, and that's what brings us to halftime. 12:31 left on the halftime clock. And Lorena down 14-7. One of the interesting stats that Cody had early in the game, when I mentioned also that all stats brought to you by Toby's Autos. But one of the interesting stats was a 24-minute first quarter. So 12 minutes of game clock took 24 minutes of actual time. That's actually shorter than a halftime performance. Halftime performances are 28 minutes. So an incredibly quick first quarter. I've never seen one that quick. And Lorena simply had the football one time, and that was it. But let's step aside just for a moment and listen to that Lorena marching band. Really fun halftime here by the Leopards marching band. They have a cage on the field that contains a velociraptor, pretty much a life-size velociraptor, being manned by one of the students and unveiling it right now as it busts any moment out of the cage. Very dramatic music here. I think the point of that is that the velociraptor escaped, right? He wasn't in the cage. And so he's somewhere out there in the woods. Leopard band rolling away the cage now with its flashing orange warning lights. A couple of screens at midfield, but that have a nature forest look to them. I'm sure is hiding one of the velociraptors. Here he comes, wearing a pink tutu tonight. So from behind one screen to the other, he currently hides, although the tutu sticking above the screen. It's pink night here in Lorena, Texas. Many of the band members have pink on, as well as the flag bearers. Here comes the velociraptor, looking now to sort of come out of hiding. Band members scurrying away. And the pink tutu-wearing velociraptor stands in the middle of the football field. flag bearers have gone from red flags now to green and gold-colored flags. Velociraptor just kind of hanging out around the 40, checking everybody out. Looks like maybe he wants to pounce. Now Velociraptor is chasing a band member off the field.
It's amazing the amount of time and preparation and effort that these students put into these halftime shows and everything else. You know, these bands, they have these early morning practices during the week. They're very committed to what they do. They have UIL competitions on and on. It's like I said, I think a lot of this actually goes unnoticed, maybe unappreciated to a certain degree during the week, but it's definitely good to see these students out here on a Friday night and getting the attention from their community for all their hard work they put into this during the week.
Absolutely, and let's just say that this is quite the entertaining halftime. You know, they put up so much into this, a lot of thought, a lot of special effects, and you know, I know for sure I have friends whose family is in band, and it's not actually unusual for them to spend 12, 15, even 20-hour day performing somewhere or practicing. And, you know, these kids actually end up putting more time almost in than the football team do. And you can tell by the quality of their halftime that they're providing. It's David Gibson. We're about 6 minutes left before halftime. The score is 14-7. Cody Kellner and David Gibson here in the booth, being rejoined by Chris. And, guys, looking ahead to the second half, this first drive, we talked about it during the break, how important it was that Lorena march it down and score to sort of hold serve. And you got to know right now the coaches in Salado's locker room are trying to figure out a way to stop that 5 wide. I fully expect to see Lorena come back out and try to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, and you know, this is the biggest half of football that we've got left. It's a huge half.
Yeah, it really is.
You know, you've got a winless team in district next week, after the bye week, right, with Madisonville, and then you've got the team that's tied for first to close out your season at home, and we're talking about you need 3 wins in district,
right? And
you want this one,
right,
instead of trying to get it, you know, your last 2.
And I had a chance to look at some of the huddle film on Mejia, and they are explosive in the backfield. Not big like Connolly, but they have some running backs that quick can absolutely get to full speed in a hiccup. And Lorena, that's going to be a huge challenge, even though it is at home.
Yep.
And certainly I agree with you. We'd like to get this one and maybe the next one at Madisonville and not have to to rely that game against Mejia.
Drum majors for the
you know, and looking at scores across the area, you've got Conley up 14-6 on Mejia at half. Of course, you've got the score from tonight, which is Salado 14, Lorena 7, and then Robinson up on Madisonville 21-13 at half, which is kind of what you would expect. You know, you've got.
Tell you what, Chris, the crowd mic's a little loud there. Can you run through those again real quick?
So you've got Conley up on Mejia 14-6.
Okay.
And those are your 2 undefeated teams in district. And then, of course, you've got our score 14-7, Salado over Lorena. And then you've got Robinson up 21-13 over winless Madisonville. And so, you know, the loser of this game basically drops down into a tie with Robinson for 6th.
Right.
And so this is a huge one. You know, looking back at those standings from the district, you've got Conley at 3-0, Mejia at 2-0, Fairfield at 2-1, Salado at 1-1, Lorena at 1-2, Robinson at 0-2, and Madisonville at 0-3. So it's extremely important for us to get our second district win tonight.
So let's just go chalk for a moment. I know you never want to assume wins and things like that, or losses for that matter. But if you're looking at Salado, their last 2 games of the season are at Mejia and Fairfield.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if obviously not saying that that Salado is going to lose those, but those are very losable games, if you will.
Absolutely.
Tough games. So even if let's say Salado were to hang on and win tonight, they would go to 2-2. And then they go to
Madison. Salado wins tonight, they'd go to 2-1.
2-1, sorry. And then assuming they went to Madisonville and were able to, or had them at home and they were able to win that, they go to 3-1, and then they face Mejia Fairfield. So you're looking at ended up 3-3 there. And you got to think that that's probably going to be the mark that one of these two teams tonight has to hit.
And it's all going to come down to tonight. Because even if we finish 3-3 as well, whatever the result is from this game gives them the tiebreaker.
Yep. And I also think you may be more likely, if we're talking about chalk, you may be more likely to see upsets in that last week of the year where teams have already clinched a playoff spot, or maybe thinking a week ahead too soon for that upcoming playoff game. They may be more vulnerable for an upset.
Yeah.
Lorena now out of the locker room, and so is Salado. And Lorena about to fill their tunnel as Salado goes through their pre-second half stretches. About 2 minutes on the clock, so we'll take one final commercial break before we come back with a very, very important second half. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple, and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. Welcome back into Leopard Field. About a minute before the second half gets started. Your Leopards trail 14-7, but they do get the football to start the second half after a offensive philosophy change there, if you will. New formation where they're open, empty backfield, 5 wides. Lorena managed to get on the scoreboard, and here come the Leopards out of the tunnel to start the second half, led by Ty Moore. And Chris, before we get to the second half of play, any other scores in the area of interest?
Yeah, I did want to give some other local scores. Killeen beat Belton 44-17 last night. You have Parker Heights and Midway tied at 7 at the half in District 12 6A. Shoemaker up 28-7 on Waco High. This would put Waco High at 0-7. La Vega up 28-3 on Stephenville in the third quarter, and this is the game where La Vega has the 11 players serving their one-game suspension from brawl against Liberty
11 players.
11 players.
Wow, so what's the score on that Stephenville game?
They're up 28-3, so they look like they're doing just fine.
Yeah, 28-3 without your 11 players.
Yep. China Spring is up 35-6 on Gatesville at half. Hillsboro up 42-0 on Venus. And we'll leave it there.
All right, so really from this point on out, until you get to 3-1s, every game is the do or die, and every half is do or die, and this is going to be an important drive here in the football season. Obviously, lots of things can change, right? I mean, you can have turnovers and things like that, but this is a big one, as the Leopards really would love to knock that score up at 14 before they have to give the ball back to Salado. So Colton Dale back deep for the Leopards. A.J. Brim, Ty Moore, Brett Hansen stand at their 20. Here's the kick, short, sky kick, gonna bounce in between. Caught at the 32, up across the 35, up near the 40-yard line. I believe that was Red Hansen. Really tricky bounce there. Great job by Rhett to just simply pull that ball in.
Yeah, it looked like he caught it between his knees on that.
Right.
And that's when you get a ball that high in the air and that short, and you've got somebody who's not necessarily a return man.
Right.
He's out there more to block.
Well, to explain it further, they were standing on the 20, and that ball bounced at the 35, right in between, or the 30 or so. So, it's not normal that a return man would come up 15 yards and take the play. So Lorena comes back in a 3-by-1 wide receiver set with Rhett Hansen back in the backfield. Line is going to throw. It's caught by Ty Moore up near the 50. He bangs ahead from one man. Now it's going to be wrestled out of bounds by 3 Salado Eagles. It took 3 or 4 of them to get him down. They're going to spot him at the 50, and that should be enough for a Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
And it definitely is. And, that's the first time we really got to see Ty tonight. You know, do something with the ball and
went helmet to
in
helmet
space.
there.
Yeah, they don't want a piece of that.
So Lorena now in a 2-by-2 wide receiver set. Lina looking to throw, going to be caught at the 45-yard line. It's forward to A.J. Brim and then tackled backwards from there. That's a pickup of 5. What do you think about Lorena coming out in more of their normal set?
I like it, and, you know, we're still continuing with that tempo, and we had some success with it on our last scoring drive.
A little bit of a chess match, I think, going on here.
For sure.
Coaches had to think Salado was in there figuring out how to stop a 5 wide, right?
Yep.
Now we're in a 1-by-3 set. Lina looking to throw again. Short passing game, incomplete. Intended for McCray Lewis at the 42-yard line. Bounced off his thigh pad and went to the ground.
Yeah,
so 3rd down and 5. Big play here for Lorena.
Yeah, and he had completed several passes in a row before that.
Right.
So he had been pretty successful up so far this evening.
Man, I'd love to see Lorena be aggressive here. Obviously, want him to pick it up here on this play anyway, but even if you don't.
Yeah. It might be 2 plays to get 5 yards.
Lina waiting on the snap. He is going to throw it. Quick pass, caught by McCray Lewis.
Fights
forward and gets the first down. Great job by McCray to stay on his feet. He caught the ball about a yard short, had a man on him, and broke free and got the first down.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to a big play like that, you get nervous in a sense that you look to make a move with that defender coming in so quick before the ball gets to you.
Clock dips under 11 minutes now. Ball at the 35-yard line. Going to hand it off. No, he's going to fake it. Lina keeps it. 35, trying to get outside, going to make it down to about the 30-yard line. So Lina will pick up 5 yards as he ran out of bounds right there at the 30. Brings up 2nd down and 5.
Went out of bounds at the
he was looking for
line.
Ty across the middle. He was on a slant route and kind of had a step, but he was already moving to. I mean, that would have been across the body.
Lina and Hansen in the backfield. You got a 2-by-2 wide receiver formation. Ty Moore, Will Teague on the far side. A.J. Brim and McCray here on the near side. They're going to hand it off to Rhett. He fights his way forward. He's down close to the first down. They're going to spot him a yard short at the 31, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and on the handoff, it looked like, you know, it was a high handoff, and it looked like it sat on his face mask for about a 1/10 of a second.
Probably felt like minutes, but yeah.
Got me nervous.
Big 3rd down here. 3rd down and 1. Ball on the 26-yard line. Lorena trying to keep possession. Lots of the Salado stack in the box. Bradley going to look to run. He's in trouble in the backfield. He is going to fight forward and be short. He's going to make the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
Man, this is a big play right here.
It sure is.
Huge.
Last time Lorena went for it on 4th down, they did not make it. Would love to see him go back to that 5 wide here real quick. Not sure it's going to happen as they go power. Last time we went power, it didn't work, but we'll see. Brim and Hansen in the backfield. They're both to the right and left. Now they both move in motion to the right side. Lina looking to throw it, rolling to the near side. Throws it. Complete. 20. First down. Down to the 16-yard line is A.J. Brim and out of bounds, and that's a big play.
Yes, it is. Keep that drive moving and, you know, keep the chance alive to knock this game up at 14 and make it a dogfight from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely huge, huge, huge first drive for Lorena. Not coming out 5 wides like I had maybe thought they might. McCray Lewis all alone to the near side. It's a 1-by-3 formation with A.J. Brim, Ty Moore, and Will T split out to the left. Red Hansen in the backfield with Lina, looking to throw. Pass out in the backfield. 20. That's A.J. He stumbles forward. 15, down near the 10-yard line. So it looked like it could be a loss. Ends up being a gain of about 6 or 7.
Tackle made by number 3, Noah Messer.
9:26 on the play clock here in the 3rd quarter. Lorena trailing 14-7. On the Gail Kelly scoreboard, sponsored by Billy Kelly CPA. Billy honoring his mom, a 20-year teaching veteran in the Lorena School District. So Bradley stands at the 16-yard line with Rhett Hansen. 3 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Fakes it to Rhett, looking to throw, getting pressure up the middle. Bradley's going to scramble. 15, out of bounds around the 10-yard line. And that's a pickup of about 1. They're going to spot him just inside the 10. And 3rd down and about
Bradley
4.
Lina with the keeper.
So another big 3rd down as the clock stops momentarily actually it stops because he went out of bounds. 9 minutes and 1 second on the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. I think you've got 2 plays to get 4 yards here.
Sure would like to get it in 1. We need another Jesse Britt Automotive here. Then we need to put the ball in the end zone and then get a walk-in touch to Texas stop, please. Rhett Hansen lined up behind Bradley Lina. Now Bradley steps back, and Rhett is lined up right. Twins to both sides. Bradley rolling out to the near side. Gets a great block from Rhett. Inside the 10, across the 5, first down, Leopards.
Yeah, and there was another really good block by AJ on the crack back a little bit and put a guy on his rear end.
Lorena Leopard first down.
Great block by Rhett there, just off the right tackle. As the clock dips inside, 9 minutes to play. Lorena with a 1st and goal from the 3. Will Teague in the slot to the near side. McCray Lewis in the slot to the far side. AJ Brim in the backfield, lined up as an up back. Bradley Liner rolling to the far side of the field, getting pressure, steps up, 5, in trouble. Going to lose yards back to the 7-yard line.
Number 9,
4-yard sack there, says Cody Kellner.
Made by number 42,
and Lorena going to be
Washington.
facing a 2nd down and goal to go now from the 7. I really like Bradley on these rollouts.
Yes.
If the receiver's not there, he can tuck it. Ooh. Salado jumped.
Yeah, they're jumping from both sides of the line of scrimmage, too.
Yeah. So Salado playing very aggressive. Bradley, they clapped his hands, they jumped, and he looked to the sideline waiting for the play. He's got it now. Takes a straight drop back, screen pass. Caught it at the 10. Hit it at the 5. Forward, he gets back to the original line of scrimmage before he's tackled, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 3. Clock at 7:41.
Number 9, Caleb Self.
Lorena trailing 14-7 in a huge opening drive of the second half. Ty Moore lined up all by himself to the far side of the field. Rhett Hansen in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Bradley barks, now turns to the sideline and looks. He'll walk to the line of scrimmage and communicate. Steps back. Hansen's lined up right. Ball's at the 3. Line is going to run inside. He's at the 3. He is at the goal line. He's in for the touchdown.
Yes,
Huge
sir.
run by Bradley Lina.
Yes, sir.
Great blocking up front.
Number 9, Bradley Lina.
In a normal Lorena game that we've seen this year, 4 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock. That's one of the longest drives of the game, right?
Maybe one of the longest drives of the last 2 years.
And that's about half of what their drive was. That's bonkers to think about.
And they're controlling the game. They control that drive with a short passing game, not just running. You know, like Salado was doing in the first half, but with short passes, controlling the clock and controlling that drive.
Sam Ives takes a high snap, puts it down on the tee beautifully, and Bradley Lina puts it through the fork, and our score is, like we had hoped, knotted up at 14. 7:08 remaining in the third quarter. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net. Welcome back into Leopard Field as Ty Moore sizes up the kickoff after the Leopards have tied it up to open the second half, 14-14. 60 yards and 14 plays for the Leopards. Ty Moore checks with both sides of his kickoff team. Now he swings his leg and deep kick. All the way back, going to bounce inside the end zone, and Salado's going to let it go there, and they'll take over at their own 25-yard line.
In the end zone, it'll be a touchback for
This is a big defensive drive here. You've got all the momentum on your side. It was a 14-0 run to start the game for Salado. Leopards have scored the last 2 touchdowns to knot it up at 14. And, you know, they've only had the ball, 3 times?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And so their last drive, they're coming off of something that's not successful.
Taylor McCowan, Tyler Sparks, Anson Ariano, and Jordan Jackson, I believe, going to pass here on first down. Rolling to the near side, cuts it up, going to run it. Across the 25, he's going to make about a 3-yard gain up to the 28. And interesting that they started both halves with a pass.
Yeah, and he was looking to go deep down the sideline. It was really good coverage by Julius Salazar on the far side, staying stride for stride with the wide receiver.
Second down and 7 for Salado. Clock at 6:44. Brown, Turk, and Vincent have been the running backs all game. They've spread it out nicely between them. Hunter Harris, the quarterback. Vincent lines up in the up slot. Now he goes in motion, and we have motion early before the whistle, and that'll back him up. Bring up second down and about 12.
So that negates that yardage that they gained on first down. So now you're looking at 2nd and 12 instead of 2nd and 7, and you like your chances if they're looking for 4-yard runs every play.
So this is very similar to the issues that Salado got themselves into late in the first half when they're back down the left end of the field with all those penalties that pushed them back to 1st and 20, 1st and 25 situations.
Hunter Harris sends Vincent in motion. He hands it to him, cuts it up, getting some blocks. He's going to be chopped down short of the 30. They're going to mark him at the 28. So a pickup of about 3. And that'll bring up
number 24, Reed Vincent.
Yeah, now you're
closer to 5.
Yeah, it was closer to 5. And now you're looking at 3rd and 7 instead of what was looking at 2nd and 7. So
yeah, so essentially an incomplete pass.
Yeah,
brings up 3rd down and 7. 5:49 here in the third quarter of play. Salado and Lorena knotted up at 14. And here comes Salado. They hand it off, looking to get up the middle. Gets a block and be close to the first down, but he'll be short. And this time he's not short by 1. He's short more like 2.5 yards. Salado forced with the decision here.
Yeah.
4th down and a long 2.
And there's some player movement on that far sideline. Looked like the punt team was coming out.
And they are going to kick it away. At least they're going to show that. That is a huge walk-in Tubbs of Texas stop, people. If they kick this ball away, that'll be the first time this game, I believe. Am I right on that?
Yep.
That they've kicked it?
Yeah, I think they've kicked it one other time in the first half.
Okay.
You're right.
It doesn't seem like it. Let's put it that way. Kicker standing back on his 21-yard line. Michael Moore and Ty back to receive the kick. Rugby-style kick.
Wow. He got
beautiful nose-up spiral. Ty retreats all the way to his 19-yard line. Michael Moore trying to block. Ty trying to make a man miss. He does. 25, 30. Ty still on his feet. Then he's going to be knocked backwards and tackled to the ground after making the 32-yard line. So Ty making up 13 yards of field position. That was big.
Yeah, and I saw something that you don't see very much with 2 returners back. Michael Moore had his hands up in the air and looked like he was waving for the fair catch. And so I guess since he wasn't the one who caught the ball, they did not, accept the fair catch signal. But that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, there was a college game earlier this year where Baylor played Kansas State, and the Kansas State had 2 men back. One of them fair caught it. And, no, actually, that's a different situation. Let's get back to the action here. Bradley Lina, now they're back to 5 wides. Lina looking to throw. He's under pressure, throws it. Going to the ground is McCray Lewis with a great catch up near the 39-yard line, a pickup of about 9. McCray had to go low to bring that one up.
Yeah, and you got to give Bradley a lot of credit there. The line was coming towards him. The pocket was collapsing a little bit. He stood tall in the pocket and delivered a pass and ended up, getting hit to the ground. So he held it as long as he could.
The short passing game has remained effective here for Lorena. I can't recall a time in this game where they've thrown a pass longer than 20 yards.
I think so.
5 wides for the Leopards. Michael Moore comes in motion. Bradley Lina still alone in the backfield. He's looking to throw. Goes deep. Has McCray Lewis down there. It is intercepted at the 20-yard line. 25-30. And then upended at the 31, and that's a huge turnover. Probably one maybe Bradley would like to have back.
Yeah, and it looked like we've seen Bradley's arm power. The guy has just an absolute cannon for an arm, and it looked like I don't know if he floated it too much and shorted it, because we've seen him make that throw and overshoot wide receivers.
And I'm afraid I jinxed it for him, because I said I can't remember a time in this game where they've thrown it longer than 20, and as soon as I say that, they do throw longer than 20 yards and ends up in an interception.
So Salado seizing back the momentum now. 3:48 in the third quarter. Lorena and Salado tied at 14. Let's see if the Leopards can overcome the turnover. Here comes Salado off the sideline to the line of scrimmage quickly. Hunter Harris, the quarterback. He turns, hands it off to Vincent, up the middle. And then maybe get a yard or two on that carry.
Man, I felt there was a false start on that play. One of the linemen moved a little bit.
That'll bring up second down and 8.
Hunter Turk with the ball.
Maybe I'm just
Met
grasping.
by a crash of leopards. Second down.
A crash of leopards.
Somebody needs to tell him it's a leap.
It's a leap of leopards.
Vincent, Turk, and Brown are the running backs. Vincent's number 24. Turk is 22, and Brown is 2. Turns, gives it to Vincent. He's got some blocking. Across the 40. Up near the 45-yard line is where they'll spot him down, and that's enough for a first down.
You know what? He's not a very big guy, but man, he's pretty quick. He's got a good first step, good cut.
And and he's got it, the time, but handing it to him as the third back through, they got plenty of time to set up their blocks, and Lorena having trouble right now fighting through him and making the tackle. First and 10 for Salado at their own 45-yard line. Clock's at 2:43. Here they come out of the huddle. Fakes it this time. He's looking to throw. Quarterback's got plenty of time. He's going to step up now. He's going to be hit hard. Woo! Hit back at the 44-yard line for a loss of 1. And man, did Hunter Hare take a pop.
Yeah, that was 49 Blake Higgins. Man, oh man, he got a good look in there.
We'll see how Hunter Hare responds to that. Good job by Blake. Second down and 11 now as the clock nears the 2-minute mark left in the third quarter. Still 18 seconds left on the play clock as a player runs in the play from the sideline. He runs in the play and then lines up wide. Here is Hare. He's going to turn. He's going to hand it to a back. Hit in the backfield. Going to fight his way forward for maybe a gain of 1. Actually, they're going to say he didn't gain anything. So that brings up third and 11.
Yeah, and that was Weston Falkenberry on the tackle. But you know what? There's a lot of pressure up. There's a lot of pressure up front.
Weston is a nice addition to the secondary there as Tyler Sparks comes off here on third and 11. He's got a speed. He's sort of the same mold, sort of a undersized but speedy, sort of like a Zane Grimm. Vincent goes in motion. They fake it. Pitch it to Vincent. He's wide. He's going to be knocked down for a loss. Man. Big play by Reed Mickna in the backfield. That's going to bring up a fourth down and 14. And waiting to see if they bring on the punt team again. Leopards standing up tough here in the start of the second half.
And that pitch was making me pretty nervous. That was really high.
Yeah. If I'm the running back, I'm thinking, come down. No. Come down. Oh.
Because you've got to keep your eye on the ball. You have no telling what's coming at the line of scrimmage.
So Leopards step up with their second walk-in Tubs of Texas stop here of the second half as Salado lines up to punt. Their kicker stands at their 29-yard line. Michael Moore and Ty Moore stand back at the 25. Another kick. Knuckleballing going to be caught at the 20. Ty will catch it there and fair catch it. And Lorena will take over at the 20 with the chance to settle down a bit maybe and be a little more methodical, not go for the home run.
Yeah.
Heck, I'll be honest, I don't care. Let's just put it in the end zone.
Absolutely. You know, the short to intermediate passing game has been really effective so far. As Cody has kind of mentioned all night long, you know, we haven't taken one shot more than 20 yards. And, you know, he's still passing at about 70%.
And I think it's good to take those shots downfield. I mean, you got to take some shots down there because you don't want to be too predictable for the defense. You know, Salado did it early in the game by going for it on 4th and 1. So Lorena did it by going for a long throw there.
Lina looking to throw. Does it out in the flats. Caught. Across the 25-yard line. Maybe that was Ty. Wait and see who gets up there. Actually, that was Sam Ives, I believe.
Yep.
Sam Ives with a nice 5-yard reception. Sam Ives, the grandson of David Ives,
Lucas Morvant,
who works at the Shepherd's Heart Food Pantry. Have a chance to volunteer with him. Does a great job over there. Bradley Lina looks to the near sideline. He's offset by Rhett Hansen to the side. It's a 3-by-1 set. Bradley rolling towards the 3 receivers. He's in trouble in the backfield. He's going to lose some yards. And all the way back to the 21-yard line. So that's a loss of about 4 on that. Going to bring up 3rd down and close to 9.
Yeah, and that looked like a design run. You know, we had 3 wide, and he did not look to, you know, put the ball in the air at all. And it was pretty good line collapsing
Well, and that's going to run out the third quarter. So, fellas, we are looking at 1 quarter left to play, and really it's restarted the football game. Knotted up at 14. When we come back, the biggest fourth quarter of the season. Stay with us. Call your family and friends. Let them know we're here at LorenaLeopards.com so they can catch the end with us.
Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas.
Welcome back into Leopard Field. Somebody call Jesse Britt and have him dial up a first down for us. It's third down and about 8. Lorena with the ball at their own 22-yard line. They need the 30. Started the fourth quarter of play. Bradley has, and we have a false start, and that's going to hurt even worse. False start for Lorena, and that'll march it back now. Instead of 3rd and 8, we'll have 3rd and 13.
False start against the Leopards.
That's a big play.
How about a double pass?
How about a first down?
No matter how you get it, right?
I don't care how we get it.
Lorena back in there, 3 wides this time. They got Cole George as an up back. Line is going to roll to his far side. He's in trouble. Throwback. Incomplete over the outstretched hands of A.J. Brim, and he would have probably had a chance for a first down, but incomplete. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 13, and Lorena will bring on the punting team.
Man.
Oh. Would have been a one-on-one situation. I like A.J.'s chances in that.
Oh, yeah, 30 didn't want that. I mean, it was one-on-one, and there was nobody on that side of the field.
Yeah, nice play call there by Lorena, just unable to connect. So Ty Moore stands back inside his 5, and Salado with an opportunity here to get some good field position. Ty takes the snap. He's holding it. He's going to kick it. Beautiful. Nose up, spiral, turns it over. Going to be caught at the 40 and hit immediately by the Leopards. That's the, oh my goodness. A flag comes down late, and I think he's going to call interference on that.
So he did wave the fair catch signal. However, he ran as soon as he caught the ball.
Maybe that's what the flag is, because you can't run.
I mean, they definitely need to talk about it, because I looked at the far side. They were waving their hands up in the air. You got to pick that up. There should be no flag on that. Oh, my goodness.
They call it against Lorena, and that certainly helps Salado. We're in the fourth quarter of play. Lorena and Salado knotted up at 14. The first half, for the most part, belonged to Salado. Lorena did manage to get on the board there late and bring it to a one-score game. They came out and seized the momentum, put the ball in the end zone. Now we have it at 14-all, and now Salado with the ball at the Lorena 44. So with this field position, Chris, what makes this dangerous is it becomes 4 downs again. And Salado has shown that for the most part, if they get 4 downs, they're pretty tough to stop.
Yep.
Hare's the quarterback. He has it, gives it off to Brown. Inside the 45-yard line down to the 42. A pickup of about 2 on that first down.
You know, I'm telling you, after those first 2 scoring drives from Salado, this defense has settled down. They've settled in. They've made tackles. They've made the right reads, and have been, staying at home for the most part and making the right play.
Salado letting the play clock run. 20 down to 20. They run the play in from the sideline.
If Lorena was ever to force a turnover this season, this would be the time.
This would be a great time to do it. Here they come quickly to the line of scrimmage. Turns, gives it off right up the middle. That's, we got some problems. 35-30, breaking to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Salado.
That was 22, Hunter Turk.
Hunter Turk takes it in from 42 yards. And that's got to be, is that the longest play from scrimmage for Salado?
Yep. Got to be.
So 20-14 is the score now, as Salado once again shows the potential for the swinging gate. This would be probably a good time to try it. they want to get up by 2. And they elect instead to run in the kicking team. 10:59 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Lorena finds himself down 6 with the extra point to come. Rook Brown is the kicker. Snap is back, hold is down, and the kick appears to be good, and it is. So with 10:59 remaining, we'll take a quick break in the booth. Your Leopards trail 21-14. A lot on the line here. Come back and join us on the Syntex Pond broadcast right after this.
Did you know that half of Americans who use mail order pharmacy miss their medications due to late delivery? Well, Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt offers all the conveniences of the large corporate pharmacies, but also offers fast, friendly service and the convenience of a local drive-through and free delivery. Free delivery. If you are in need of a flu shot, now is the perfect time to visit Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt with no appointment necessary. Come by 511 North Hewitt Drive or call us at 254-666-5000. Stop waiting on the mail. Try Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt and let us take the frustration out of your pharmacy experience today.
Huge drive coming up for the Leopards as they look to cover up a score. They're trailing 21-14 to Salado here at home. The winner of tonight's game takes a control of their own destiny. It appears Salado's lining up for an onside kick. We'll see. Another sky kick. Going to be caught at the 35. Up the middle and then tackled at the 37-yard line.
Did you notice that they moved Ty up in the formation?
Yeah.
Try to see if a play could be made.
Kick was recovered by
So Lorena going to take over there now. 10:56 remaining. The ball at their own 37-yard line.
38-yard line.
Let's say the 38. And here come the Leopards off the side. Have McCray Lewis on the far side. Lina and Rhett Hansen in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Ty's in the middle. Lina going to roll his way. In some trouble, get some pressure, steps up, throws it downfield. Caught by A.J. Brim up to the 49, 48-yard line. And that should be enough for a Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
Bradley held that ball as long as he could and just kind of floated
Yeah,
it there.
Beautiful pass and reception. And a little bit reminiscent of the Mims catch.
That's right. And, I was going to say just that. That was an NFL quality catch.
Yeah.
He tapped the toes and got both feet in.
Line going a little bit tempo now. Now they clap and turn to the line of scrimmage. 4 wideouts for Lorena. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Rhett Hansen in the backfield. He's going to line up right this time. Ball spotted at the Lorena 48. Lina now calls for it, looking to throw. Quick pass out in the flat, caught by Will Teague down to the 45-yard line before he's thrown out of bounds, but he picks up 7. That'll bring up second down and 3. Lorena just needs to be patient here.
Yep. The short game has been working.
Here we go. 10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lorena trailing by 7. Lina once again claps and now turns and looks to the sideline. A.J. Brim and McCray Lewis to the far side of the field. Ty Moore and Will Teague here to the near side of the field. Lina stands at the 50 and waits. He has it. He's looking to run behind Rhett. Cuts it up inside the 40-yard line. Getting close to the 39, and that's enough for a Jesse Britt Automotive first down.
Yeah, that was a good show of patience right there. He waited for the hole to open up, and he wasn't just in sprint mode.
Yeah, very Kansas State-esque.
Very, very much so. So we'll take that first down to keep those chains moving.
Here we go. A 2-by-2 wide receiver formation. Rhett is lined up to the right of Bradley. Ty Moore goes in motion. They give it to him inside the 40, 35, look out, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Run out of bounds at the 4-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark him out.
Number 10,
Ty Moore stepping up right in here in the moment when we need him.
Yep.
36 yards on the carry by Ty.
One thing I like seeing, we always talk about how strong Ty is. There were 4 people trying to tackle him. 2 of them were on the ground. He was still standing up after the play was over.
All right, ball's at the 4. Lorena needs to find a way to put it in the end zone. Bradley's going to run behind Red again. Cuts it up. 5. Touchdown. Leopards. Big response by the Leopards here, Chris.
Wow. Well,
Bradley
that was 2 pretty quick scores back to back.
Yeah. So
big defensive stop coming up here for the Leopards, at least.
Well, so we reset the scoreboard. 9:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Leopards are an extra point away as we wait for Bradley to kick it. Sam Ives has it, puts a high snap down. Bradley's kick looks true from here, and it is. So reset the scoreboard. We're knotted up at 21 with 9:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter of play. We'll keep it here.
Was good. We're tied up again. 9:36 remaining in the game.
Man.
Salado Eagles 21, Lorena Leopards 21.
Huge defensive series coming up for the Leopards.
Everything looks pretty even right now. Salado has 271 yards of offense. Lorena has 245. Salado has 43 plays. Lorena has 41.
Wow.
So
that was crazy after that first drive that Salado had 17 plays.
Yep. The stadium full of red and black tonight. Lorena on here on the home side, obviously red and black. And the far side of the stadium, they're in their traveling white uniforms with red helmets, but lots of fans in the stands wearing red and black as well. So big game here. 9:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. Winner of this game will be in control, really, of their destiny in terms of the playoffs.
Definitely putting their best foot forward for that fourth spot in the district.
Salado has still had the ball twice as long as Lorena has tonight. 24 minutes to 12 minutes.
Vincent and Jenkins back to receive. Ty Moore approaches the ball, swings his leg. A high end-over-end kick going to be caught in the field, bounce in the end zone. And once again, Ty doing a great job not allowing for a return. Salado will start over at their own 25-yard line. Well, so here's the scene from the last few minutes, right? So Salado actually got the ball in really good field position. They weren't forced to drive it the length of the field. Now they have 75 yards to go, but their offense seems to have loosened up the defense a little bit to where they had the long 42-yard run. So Lorena, one of these teams is going to gut it out and come away with the victory.
Yep.
One of these teams is going to find a way to stop the other. Hunter Hare is the quarterback. He hands it off to Brown. Brown tries to bust outside. He's going to be hit back around the 27-yard line, I believe, or 28 maybe. Pickup of 2 or 3 on that carry. Clock dipping inside 9.5 minutes. 9:21 actually. Second down and 7. We need a turnover.
I'll take one for sure.
I tell you, you don't see that with Salado a lot. I mean, it's very ball control. His backs do a great job and hanging on to the football, and the quarterback makes very safe throws. Here we go. Hand off to the near side. Gets a block, cuts it up, going to be hit. And fight his way forward for a gain after being hit in the backfield. He's up near the 32, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Salado.
Yeah, we could be looking at 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 if we wrap up in the backfield. These guys are pretty efficient, you know. They don't seem like they're beating themselves, at least when it comes to ball possession.
8:30 remaining, and it's just hitting me that this is a situation where Salado would love to run down the clock and kick a game-winning field goal or what have you. But here's Hunter Hare. He hands it off to Brown. Brown looking for room to run. He's got the first down and is up near the 40-yard line before he's pushed backwards. They're going to give him the 39. And that's a first down Salado as the clock is at 8:18.
We saw it on that first drive. They are not going to be in a hurry here. There's 30 seconds left on the play clock, and they will take 29 of them.
And Salado doesn't even have 30 yards passing in the game. And so you know what Salado's going to do with the ball.
Yeah, you know the run is coming. It's just, can we stop it?
Here they come out of the huddle. Hare hands it off. He actually gives it up the middle. Big hole all the way down inside the 45 of Lorena to the 41. And suddenly that Salado running game is starting to gash the Leopards.
Yeah, that was Turk again.
20-yard carry there by Turk. Clock running at 7:47. Lorena Salado knotted up at 21.
Man, this is an important 7.5 minutes of football.
Salado letting the clock run down. It's currently at 17 seconds. They're just now running the play in. 14 seconds on the play clock. Now they break the huddle. Coming to the line of scrimmage with 9 on the play clock. Hunter Hare under center, turns, hands it off to the first man through. He's hit Now fights his way forward down to the 37-yard line after a 4-yard gain. Lorena has got to find a way to wrap up those running backs in the backfield. They are just tough right now. 2nd down and 6.
Brought down by number 20, Reed.
Big drive right here.
Huge.
Fans on the near side.
You bring up a good point, David. I mean, how many times have we seen it where Salado, a running back, has been hit at the line of scrimmage, but they still found a way to get a 3 or 4 yard run out of the
Gives
play.
it to Brown again. He's across the 35, struggling forward near another 1st down. They're going to spot him about 2 yards short at the 33-yard line. Clock now at 6:37. Unbelievable. It's like watching a python strangle an animal.
Yeah, they're just chewing that clock up.
Let's go, Leopards. Step up and make a hit. You can do this, fellas. Let's go, Leopards. Come on. 6.5 minutes, 6:22. 20 seconds on the play clock. Once again, Salado not in a hurry. They wait. Now they break the huddle. Quarterback sneak. Breaks in past the linebackers all the way down to the 20-yard line, and that'll be another 1st down.
Did you see 2 players not even come out of their position after that ball snap?
Yep.
It was weird.
Tackle made by number 6, Cade Walker.
I'm not sure if I'm I don't know. You don't want to give up your timeouts right now, but the defense is gassed. 5:52 on the clock. Here comes Salado. Quickly out of the huddle once again. Gonna hand it off to Brown. Looking for room. Gonna fight down inside the 20 to the 19. A flag comes down.
May have a hold.
Either that or a face mask.
Penalty flag on the play.
Salado.
He's looking at a number for a Lorena player.
Waiting on the signal there. They're spotting the ball at the 19 and facing a personal foul face mask against Lorena.
Face mask against the Leopards.
That is going to be a killer. Half the distance to the goal line. Going to put it inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Salado from the 9.5. 5:40 on the clock. Lorena with their backs against the goal line. Needing to find a way to dig in and get a stop. Here comes the play from the sideline once again with 17 seconds. They like to break that huddle with about 17, and they are really, really good at it. Hunter here quickly to line of scrimmage. Turns and hands it off to a running back. Fights forward down inside the 8-yard line, 9-yard line. They're going to mark him down about the 8, so a pickup of a yard and a half. 2nd down.
Tackle made by number 28.
They seem content with these short gains and taking 30 seconds off the clock. We're going to have to dig in and get a stop here.
Sparks and Cody Thorne in the middle of the defensive line for the Leopards. Here they come, Salado. Gonna pitch it. 10, 5, touchdown.
And he lowered his shoulder.
That was number 22, Hunter Turk, for the 8-yard touchdown run. Clock stops at 4:43, and Salado has taken the lead again, 27-21, with the extra point to come. Showing that swinging gait again. Now they run on the kick team. Content to settle for the extra point. At this point, you don't want to do anything if you're Salado to give Lorena a chance. If you're Lorena and you put it in the end zone, do you go for 2? Waiting on the kick. Here's the snap. Holds down. Kick appears to be good from here, and the ref says that it is. So 4:43 left on the Gail Kelly scoreboard. Sponsored by Billy Kelly CPA. Lorena trails 28-21. Here in the 4th quarter. We're right back after this on the Syntex Pond broadcast.
When you're faced with an auto repair, all you really want is to be treated fairly and to have it done right the first time. Well, Lorena's own Jesse Britt has been doing just that for over 20 years. Jesse Britt's Automotive is a full-service repair shop that can handle any of your automotive needs. Jesse's highly trained staff handles both foreign and domestic repairs, offers competitive pricing, and 100% customer satisfaction. Jesse Britt's Automotive even offers a free shuttle service to help ease your burden while you wait. So the next time you are faced with an auto repair, trust Jesse Britt to treat you fairly and to do it right the first time. Jesse Britt's Automotive, where they discount the price, not your service.
Welcome back into the booth here at Leopard Field. David Gibson and Chris Fuentes. Cody Kellner on stats, Clay Gibson on the board, and Ben Huey watching a good one. Salado has run their offense to perfection here in this football game, and they lead 28-21 with 4:43 remaining in the football game. Lorena needs to get this ball and score. Here's the kick. High sky kick to the far sideline. Going to bounce at the 20. Picked up on the run. This is trouble.
Oh, no,
Salado has it.
Yeah.
They let it bounce at the 25-yard line, and I believe that was, I don't know exactly which Lorena Leopard it was, but he went to grab it out of the air and fumbled it. It bounced forward about 5 yards and was fell on by Salado, and this is a bad situation.
Yeah, and I think it was Colton Dale, and, you know, he had to run a really long way to get to it. I think they were expecting the little short kick up the middle, and they were, you know, trying to field it, and then he ended up having to run a long way to cover it because that would have been a live ball regardless.
I'm not sure that the upback shouldn't have retreated and maybe fair caught that or something, but a very, very tired Lorena defense is going to have to try to do it again. Brown crosses the line of scrimmage for about a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. 4:33 remaining in this football game. Lorena absolutely must not let them have another first down.
Nope. And I think at this point you consider using those 3 timeouts you've got. If you get a stop here on 2nd to make it 3rd and long.
So here comes Salado to the line of scrimmage. Once again, breaking the huddle at 17 seconds. Hunter Hare, the quarterback. Turns, gives it to the first man through. Down near the 20-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 22, actually. So that's a pickup of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and
about 5,
long 6. Big. This is big.
And no timeout being used, so Leopards are dependent on the stop on this play.
Dig in, fellas. Did Anson go back in the game?
I don't think so.
Right now, Anson Ariano on the sideline. Here they come, 3rd down and 6. Big play in the ball game. Gives it off to the running back, gets outside, cuts it in, got close to the first down, and they're going to spot him just past it, I believe. Man down on the field momentarily.
Number 24, Reed Vincent with the ball.
First down. First down, Salado.
That's rough.
3:21 remaining in the football game. And I agree with you, Chris. At some point, you've got to start maybe calling some timeouts as the official winds the clock. 3:16. 40 seconds every play. That's going to be tough.
Yep.
Salado going to run this thing all the way down. 7 seconds on the play clock. And I think they're going to take a timeout.
Take a timeout of their own.
Clock is going to stop at 3 minutes even in the football game. And Salado takes a timeout. 1st down and 10. So if you're sitting here in this situation and you're Coach Biles and the staff on the near sideline, you've got to force the issue somehow here.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I think you just got to get to a point where, I mean, it's do or die. 3 minutes left, down, a score. I think you send the house, get everybody within a yard or 2 of the line of scrimmage, and just get as much push as you can, and hopefully get back to that as the handoff occurs, and see if you can maybe force a turnover.
Yeah. Don't know what kind of field goal kicking game Salado has. They're certainly probably within whose ever range it would be if Lorena were able to stop them. The longest field goal they would face, unless they were to lose yards, would be a 32-yard field goal. Ball's currently spotted its nose near the 15-yard line, so they need just around the 5-yard line for another first down. Here come the Leopards off the sideline. Dalen Browder back in that backfield. Julie Salazar. Falconberry, and here they come. 18 seconds out of the huddle. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Going to push down near the 12-yard line. And I believe Lorena's going to take a timeout. And they are. 2:50 remaining in the football game. Lorena trailing 28-21. Got to find a way to keep points off the board and get the ball back. Chris, look at this. Take a look around the area if we can, see where some of those other scores are if you get a chance.
So, I did if current results hold. I just did it on my phone, and so you have Conley beating Mejia by 3 scores. That put them at 4-0. Mejia at 2-1. Fairfield at 2-1 with the bye week this week. If results hold from this game, it would put Salado at 2-1, Lorena at 1-3, Robinson at 1-2, and Madisonville at 0-4. And looking at the remaining, what you've got on the schedule, you've got a 2-1 Mejia team at the end of the year, and then you've got 0-4 Madisonville. So you'd have to hope that, Salado, if they do win this game, you would hope for them to lose out after today, which would be Madisonville, Mejia, Fairfield.
I don't see that Madisonville loss. At that point, you'd almost be hoping for Mejia to fall flat on their face. Who knows?
Yeah.
Don't see that happening, but we do get them at home to end the year. So here we go, 2nd down and 8 from the 13. 2:50 on the clock. Handed off up the middle. Inside the 10, inside the 5-yard line. Going to be a 1st down, and that, folks, is going to be a problem.
Yep.
1st and goal to go for Salado from the 4.
Man.
Number 22, Hunter Turk with the ball.
You know it's frustrating for this defense, as sound as they play, and you know what's coming, and it's still. I mean, obviously Salado's not as explosive as that Fairfield team that we played, but you knew the run was coming that night, just like you know the run is coming now.
Yeah.
Salado's runners are just bouncing off the tacklers. I mean, very seldom have we seen them be taken down by that first defender. It's always that 2nd and 3rd that's able to bring them down.
So if I'm Lorena here, I'd almost let him score. I know that sounds funny, but down near the goal line, they're going to mark him at the 1. And the reason I do that would be you're going to have
touchdown and get an onside kick.
Exactly.
Timeout, Leopards.
Oh, boy. So let's look at this here. We got 2nd and goal from the 1.
Yikes.
If I'm Salado, do you just kneel on it?
I mean,
Lorena's down to their final timeout.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't hurt anything.
Well, no, surely. I think at this point you're thinking, punch it in.
Get in,
yeah,
get 3 yards,
sure.
or get 3 feet.
Yeah. That way you make Lorena pull off a miracle to just even tie the game at that point.
Yep.
2:08 remaining here in the 4th quarter of play. Salado up 28-21 on the Leopards. They have controlled the ball game for most of the evening with that running game. Slot T offense. Typically 1 wide receiver and everybody else in really tight, and many of the times they take that wide receiver and line up at double tight end. So it's very, very controlled. They're looking for about 4 yards a carry, and they've done that all night except for when they've broken them for longer gains. Here we go. 2nd down and goal from the 1. Quarterback sneak. Close.
I don't think he got it.
They're going to spot him short?
Yep. He's going to be short.
Number 10, Hutton Hare with
Here comes the final Lorena timeout. So now you've got
timeout Lorena. Clock stops at 2 minutes.
Yep.
Timeout Leopards.
2 plays. You've got to get a stop for 2 plays.
Yikes.
From 1 yard out. Man.
They marked him forward a couple of feet.
I mean,
I don't see how you keep them out of the end zone on 2 straight plays. I'm sure it can be done. Anything can happen, right?
Yep.
But 2 minutes left in the ball game. Lorena trailing by 7. Salado on the lip of the cup, trying to punch it in and make it a 2-score lead with 2 minutes remaining in this football game. We've said it all night. The winner of this game is in control of their playoff destiny. The loser needs some chaos.
Yep.
Lorena needs a false start here.
Oh, yeah. It happened the last time we came down and they had a couple of 1st and goal.
If I'm Salado, I'm just quarterback sneaking. Sure. I mean, running in off the sideline now. Clock's at 2 minutes even. 3rd down and 1 from about the 2-foot line, maybe the 1-foot line. Here they come. Hands it off. Running back. In for the touchdown. Scoreboard did not move. I'm sure they'll adjust that. But Salado scores to go up by 13 with the extra point pending. If you're Salado here, you might even think, well,
no,
about going for 2.
Nah.
Yeah. The officials are going to come over, I believe, and change the clock.
I'm guessing 158.
Official coming over to the near sideline now. He's going to motion to the box. Wait and see what he does. Talking to Coach Biles.
I think Coach Biles is having to call up to the press box,
Yeah.
and we're going to have somebody step over from the next box and tell them to change the time.
2 seconds is what Biles held up. So we expect that to be 158 here. With a stoppage on the field, and they do put it at 158. Extra point pending. So if you're the Leopards, you need a good return after this, and they are once again back in the swinging gate. Quarterback waits for it. Now they run the kicking team on again, and they'll kick it, try to make it a 14-point lead. Ideally, you would take one to the house on the kickoff. I think I'm finding a way for put the ball in Ty Moore's hands. Here's the kick. It's on the way. It's good through the fork. We'll go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We haven't taken one in a while. 35-21, Salado on top and in control. Lorena's got 1:58 to work some magic. We'll be right back on the Syntex Pond broadcast right after this.
Syntex Pond boasts the highest quality customer service in the pond business. Syntex Pond loans more than the competition and has great retail prices on used goods. With locations in Waco, Temple, and now Hewitt, Syntex Pond is there when you need them. Visit 801 East Waco Drive in Waco or 1402 West Adams Avenue in Temple and the brand new location at 520 North Hewitt Drive. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond.
1:58 remaining in the football game. Salado up 2 scores, 35-21. The Leopards in a situation where they need to score and score quickly and then hope for an onside kick. Colton Dale back at the 10-yard line along with Ty Moore. Here's the kick, another sky kick. Going to be bounced at the 25 and then smothered by A.J. Brim. And I don't understand the decision to let that ball bounce.
Yeah, we hesitated on that one too.
But nevertheless, A.J. able to fall on it.
Yep.
No clock, no time runs off the clock.
So here comes that second pass of the night over 20 yards. I don't think you can settle for dink and dunk now. You've got to have something open up. And, you know, you're confident that Ty can make something happen because he's done it every game so far this season.
Right.
You just got to think, like, I'm surprised they're not lining up 20 yards off the ball.
5 wides. Lining by himself. Under some pressure right at the middle. We'll throw the ball downfield. It's caught by Ty Moore, 40. Up to the 43-yard line. First down.
Pass complete to number 2.
Lorena, and Ty is slow to get up.
Tackle made by number 9.
Looks like he wants to stay on the field. And now he
So
taps the
Leopard
helmet.
Why is the clock running? The chains aren't set.
19-yard catch there by Ty. 5 wides again. Line is waiting for it. He's rolling, goes left again, throws it. Caught out of bounds by Ty at the 49-yard line. That'll stop the clock at the minute 35.
Ty Moore.
That was a lot of time lost there.
Yeah, because I didn't see the ball marker set either. So
a minute 35 on the clock. Lorena trailing by 2 scores, trying to force it back to a 1-score situation. 2x3 wide receivers. Bradley Lina looking for a sideline route, caught out of bounds by Ty at the 40. And that's 5 more seconds off the clock. Stops it at 1 minute and 30 seconds.
So Lorena Leopard, first down.
Well, if you can do that all the way down the field, you would have about a minute and 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to wonder if they stretch it. Here we go. Once again, 5 wides. Throw it across the middle, incomplete.
He wasn't ready.
Michael Moore looked like maybe he stumbled or couldn't get turned around. That pass sailed incomplete in the middle of the field, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Takes 2 seconds off the clock. One play at a time, Leopards. Let's get the ball in the end zone and see what we can make happen. 2x3, had movement for Lorena, false start. That's going to march the ball back. Really, it's pretty inconsequential at this point in the ball game. You've got to, I mean, if it's 2nd down now and 15, not that it doesn't hurt, but it's.
No, Lorena have no timeouts left in the game. It's very important they don't get tackled in bounds. That probably cost them about 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah. So right now, Salado with a 3-man front. They've got an umbrella coverage across the top. 1x3 now as Ty Moore goes in motion. They're going to give it to Ty. 45, 40, 35. Ty is tackled in bounds, short of a first down. The clock's going to run. 1:20 on the clock.
That's a line of scrimmage quick.
Number 10, Ty Moore with the ball. Tackle made by number 2, Brooke Brown.
113, 112. Michael Moore coming off. They are struggling right now. Not sure of the play call. Got to run a play. Bradley Lina, Red Hansen, Ty Moore in the slot. 1 minute now on the clock. Throws it out. Caught by Michael Moore. He gets the first down out of bounds. Nice play by Michael to pick up both and get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 56 seconds. That was a killer.
Yeah, that was about 10 to 12 extra seconds that ran off the clock.
If I'm not mistaken, that was, 24 seconds off that play?
Is it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Can't do that again. 2x2. AJ in the backfield blocking. He picks up a block. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Ty Moore, but over his head, out of bounds at the 15. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 51 seconds on the clock. Come on, Leopards, you can do this. Just got to put it in the end zone and give us one more shot. So Lorena in a 2x1 set. Ty Moore in the slot on this side. Will Teague as well. And actually it's a 2x2 as Michael Moore now splits out wide. McCray Lewis out there with him. AJ again stays in the block. Pass caught by Michael Moore. He's going to be tackled in bounds, and that's going to hurt again. Leopards are hustling. 43 seconds in the football game. I got to think you got to start spiking this thing. Lina outside his 25-yard line. Needs 3 more yards for a first down. He's in trouble. Going to go down short of the first down, and that is a big mistake. 29 seconds in the football game. 27, 26.
Yeah, we're not hustling back to
24 seconds. 21 seconds. Take a shot at the end zone, guys.
4th down.
4th down. Long pass going to go over the head of the intended receiver, and that's going to do it with 12 seconds remaining in the football game. Salado's going to come into Leopard Field and come out with a hard-earned victory. You got to really hand it to them, Chris. They played well all night long, and they really ran that offense to perfection.
They really did, and, an unfortunate turnover, after you had given up the go-ahead touchdown. 4:40 was remaining on the clock, and we were going to have to have our biggest drive offensively of the year, and instead we turned it over, and they drive in and get a touchdown to extend the lead to 2 scores.
So 2 second-half turnovers, and equates or translates into 2 scores by Salado, and they're going to walk out of here with a 2-score victory. The 2 turnovers in the second half, definitely the difference in the football game. An interception and a fumble on the kickoff return, and that's going to run it out as Salado goes into the victory formation and takes a kneel. And Lorena's going to fall to 1-3 in district play and 4-4 on the season. And so we'll go ahead and take a commercial break, and we'll come back and wrap up the football game. But the Leopards fall tonight, 35-21. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN.
Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs are focused on meeting the needs of small to medium independent businesses. With expertise in strategic accounting and tax services, Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs will provide you with the structure planning, estate planning, compliance, and accounting your business needs. Put the experts to work for you. Billy Kelly CPA and the Dutton Harris and Company CPAs PLLC. Call 432-682-0963 or go online at dhc-pca.net.
Well, welcome back into a somber Leopard field. Leopards fall tonight by a final score of 35-21. Really fighting from behind all night long, trying to gut out a victory, and just were unable really to stop that tough Salado running game, and made a couple mistakes in the second half after fighting hard to get back in the football game. And just that really ended up being the difference in the game. Joined by Cody Kellner now on our stats, looking back just at some of the game stats. We have Salado with 361 yards of offense, Lorena with 305, and that's really sort of the game was more even than this. It really did come down to handing Salado extra possessions on the turnover.
I totally agree, David. Lorena had those two big turnovers in the second half. In the fourth quarter alone, Salado had 21 points to Lorena 7. It's just two or three plays that just went against Lorena there in the fourth quarter could have made all the difference. In my opinion, I think the big play, if they could take one back, would be the fumble on the kickoff return. Yeah. If they could get that one back, I would have had a different result tonight.
Yeah. Looking further down the stats sheet here, Salado with 60 plays, Lorena with 50. Lorena with 185 yards passing, Salado with 28. So just one of those things, a steady diet of running, and Salado, going for it on fourth down when they needed to was just difficult to stop them. 4 straight plays without them picking up 10 yards.
And I think Lorena had the right game plan offensively to stay into it with the conservative passing. Typically, that's not what we've seen from them in previous games, but I think for this opponent, for this game, they had the right approach there.
Yeah. Looking further down the stats here, let's see. Bradley Lina, 23 of 31 on the night. Averaged about 8 yards. That's a testament to the shortened passing game. The yards per pass for Salado were 7. Let's see, rushing yardage, big time advantage for Salado, 333 to 120. They rushed 55. This is an interesting stat here. Both teams averaged 6 yards a rush.
That's insane.
Lorena, though Salado rushed 55 times, Salado with 20. And I think a lot of those rushing yards and that average went up when they started to spread the field 5 wide and let Bradley run. As you would expect, the passing stats are exactly flipped. Lorena with 185, Salado with 28. Let's see. Lorena had a fumble and lost one, and they threw an interception. The difference in the ball game really is your -2 in the turnover category.
Yep.
And just too much to overcome after that for the Leopards.
And I also think another thing, David, what makes the rushing averages about even is the fact that Salado ran the ball over twice as many more times as Lorena did tonight.
That's a good point, Cody. And just being able to control the football. Of course, some of that is Leopards trying to throw the ball late, but nevertheless, a tough loss here at home. We're going to take one final break, and then we'll come back with our Joe Pack player of the game. So we'll be right back with more of the Syntex Pond broadcast. Leopards fall 35-21. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for a safe and therapeutic walk-in spa built right into your existing bathroom? Family-owned and operated Walk-In Tubs of Texas sells and installs top-quality national brand walk-in tubs for thousands less than the competition. Our low overhead enables us to save you thousands of dollars. Financing and low monthly payments available with good credit. Call or text 254-420-7541 for a free estimate. That's 254-420-7541. Or go online at tubsoftexas.com. Walk-in Tubs of Texas.
fall tonight, 35-21, to the hands of the Salado Eagles here at home. And we're about to wrap up our post-game show. We have decided a Joe Pack player of the game this evening is Tyler Sparks. Tyler fought hard in the middle of the line all night. We'll have the tackling stats later for you in the week, but Tyler has really done it all season long. This is almost sort of a collective award, but it really is, and he right in the middle of that front, trying to fight all night long to stop Salado. We want to go ahead and give that Joe Pack award to Tyler Sparks tonight. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye for tonight. This is David Gibson for Chris Fuentes and Cody Kellner on stats, Ben Huey on camera, and Clay Gibson on the board. Once again, the final score, Salado 35, Lorena 21. You're listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football, sponsored by Syntex Pond.
You've been listening to the Syntex Pond broadcast of Lorena Leopards football on CTSN. Customer service, higher loans, and great retail prices. That's Syntex Pond. And by Billy Kelly, CPA, and the Dutton Harris Company CPAs, PLLC, focused on meeting the needs of small and independent businesses. By Williams Contracting, LLC, specializing in whole house remodeling and insurance claims. By Walk-In Tubs of Texas, for safety, for therapy, for pleasure. By Toby's Autos, your Waco family-owned and operated pre-owned dealership. By Jesse Britt Automotive, discounting your price, not your service. Lynn's Pharmacy Hewitt, service you deserve from neighbors you trust. And by the Joe Pack Player of the Game Award, sponsored by Billy Rutherford in honor of his late friend and teammate Joe Pack. Go Big Red. From all of us at CTSN, good night.